Hello. Sure how long I'm gonna go today. We will see how it goes, but we're going to do a bit of story time. We're playing Arcadia Fallen. This game already has a sequel because I think it came out a while ago on PC. It's also won a lot of awards. So, basic information: it's a Galdra Studio developed and published game in the Ideate Xbox program. Thank you to Ideate Xbox for the code. It came out, gosh, nearly a year ago, 22nd of February 2023. It's available on Xbox, PlayStation, PC and Switch. On Xbox it's £20.49 or $24.99. Arcadia Fallen is a roleplay visual novel where your choices shape the personality of your character. Will you be shy, bold, or the one forever making jokes? Play the role of a young alchemist apprentice who is unwillingly bound to an illegal spirit. Suddenly drawn into a war between humanity and magic, they must join a group of unlikely heroes to escape their own doom, hopefully saving the world along the way. On their journey, your alchemist will be joined by a group of 5 companions, 4 of which you can form romantic relationships with. Whether you choose to romance everyone, you're also able to form meaningful platonic relationships with everyone, including our 5th companion, Mime, who's totally ready to be your new BFF. I like the fact that you don't have to romance. So, Galdra Studios is based in Denmark. This game originally came out, yes, on PC in November 2021. And yeah, there is a sequel. It looks like the regular price is pretty consistent across platforms, based off the press kit fact sheet. It's a Nordic-inspired fantasy where roleplay and personal expression are in the front seat. Features a customizable protagonist and a dialogue system that allows players to shape their characters' personalities as they play. That's really cool. The game features more than 4.5 hours of fully voiced dialogue. Ooh. Which was funded by a Kickstarter campaign in the summer of 2020, which managed to raise more than 240% of its original goal. So we should be... Ooh, actually, just looking at one of the names. Allegra Clark from Dragon Age Inquisition and Genshin Impact. And Laura Post from Persona 5 Royale and Fire Emblem Engage. Cool. I think it says somewhere, I think that was on the Twitch page, that Galdra is a game dev team of 3 friends. Daniel... Hang on, let me get the page out properly. Daniel, programming, Jesper, sound and music, and Mette, M-E-T-T-E, art and writing. And the world of Arcadia Fallen was originally conceived by Mette, who... Sorry, I'm butchering the name because, yeah. Who combined gorgeous Japanese-inspired anime aesthetic with enchanting Scandinavian storytelling. Accompanied by Daniel and Jesper, she sought to create a game that was about people rather than characters, where you're encouraged to be who you want to be instead of who you need to be in order to win the game. That's really cool. And it's LGBTQ plus friendly, which also seems to include the A part as well, so you don't have to be romantic. So, yay, it has won some Editor's Choice Awards. It was nominated for a Webby. It has nominations for other things. It got gold and some silvers in the NYX Game Awards. It had some really nice articles written about it. And yes, I believe it's also spawned a sequel, which I'm not looking into because, well, I'm hoping it comes to Xbox at some point and get to play it. So it looks very, very pretty. It's pink and purpley aesthetic is really, really cool. Dan, not with the jokes. My brain won't pass jokes today. Also, hi Dan and hi Leaky. I am running very much low on the brain juice, so no subtext jokes, etc. I'm gonna get them. Oh, I'm tired. Also, I am a ghost. because I'm still wearing my hoodie, even though it's not as cold today. Well, not as cold, it's still cold. So, very, very, very nice character design. Yeah, loving the colour scheme. So, Arcadia Fallen, A Legend of the Spirit Alchemist. So, just have a look at the options, we always do. Let's have a little bit more music. Voice should definitely be on full. Reverb, do we want reverb? Oh no. Ambience. Cool. Yeah, I like to enjoy the music, even if... Alright, name position follows speaker. Okay, that makes sense. Display tone labels when highlighted. Tone labels? Please have subtitles. Parallax is fine. Animated pose. Sorry, I'm... This is perfect for current Joe Brain and always, pretty much always Joe Brain. Tone labels, as you know, so you can tell whether the text choices are like sarcastic or joking or whatever, because it literally says this game gets like 12 out of 10 just for that accessibility option. I love it when it does that. Yay. Arcade Spirits had that sort of thing because it told you what personality type the text choices was, and I always loved that because it's like, yay, I wish I could have this in real life. That would be so useful. So yes, so I turned on the subtitles. Input cooldown, whatever. But no, we will wait. We have vibration. That's fine. Language English, please. As I don't speak whatever that one was. So, yay. Right. Oh, we have a guest. Welcome. I was just about to tell a story, and I think I may just have found the perfect main character. What do we call you? I'm Joe. Is Joe correct? Yes. A fine name. Why, thank you. Let us put a face to it. Okay, I get to design my face. This could take a little while, because, you know. Okay. I'm feeling they thems. Ooh. I think I prefer the curly. Fine, I'll go with that. Can we change colour? Ooh, yes. Okay, so we're gonna have some red hair because, yes, skin pale as anything. Ooh, no, not that pale actually. That looks a little bit too. Actually, I could go. So let's be that pale. Okay. And then we're going to do some purple. That didn't. Oh, that's my eyes. Yes, we're definitely purple eyes. Yeah, and then purple.
We did it.
Enough!
That's great.
Okay. Well, yeah, exactly. It's like, that sort of looks about the right colour. This is obviously not me, I don't have purple eyes. I would love purple eyes. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with that. Joe, are you ready to become a legend? If I say no... Does it restart?
From the shimmer
Oh, no,
of light
okay.
in the workshop, you felt safe to the broken glass. In the streets, reflecting her fright. Desperation can set the stage for acts of villainy, and heroes may need to confront their demons in more ways than one. For a choice to be made, you must overcome the binding and twining of souls are bound. So strong if they just keep you going tall. Yeah.
I feel like we very least need to be BFFs with Caden. To the east, way past even the capital of Aradas, lies a small town known as Anemone Valley, and in the town sits a very special shop. All I can see is waving heads. I have no idea what you've just put in there, Leaky. It's some sort of waving thing that are not waving in order, and that is just disturbing. Bag person go, yeah. Oh, no, I've got a seam annoying my shoulder. Why are clothes? Goddamn seams. Anyway, despite its modest size, the store is visited by most, for it is the only one of its kind in the town. Yes, but why are seams? A store that sells alchemy. It is owned by Elizabeth, a master of her craft and well respected among those who buy her wares. And you? You just happen to be her apprentice.
Thank you for your purchase. Please come again.
Your master is firm but kind in her teachings. She treats the herbs with religious dedication, and for the better part of your life, you have been trying to learn as much as you can from her.
We are running low on headache remedies. Would you mind handling the room table for a moment?
Okay, so you see why maybe they turned the music down? Because that balance is weird. That music is way louder than the voices, which is slightly annoying, because if I turn that all the way up, you wouldn't be able to hear the voice. Okay. Okay, so I'll do it cheerful. What a headache, or are you sure? I'm going to go. Look at this. It's like it says what a headache is joking rather than being rude. So, but I'm nervous. So I'm going to go with.
I'm still not very experienced at creating potions by myself.
Just going to turn up the voice a little. Let me know if the balance is not right, and I can't hear it on my TV. That's because my TV was turned down. And my dishwasher just finished. So that should make it slightly easier to cook. Ooh. I just the trigger button. No, it just did auto. We're gonna continue. There we go. Okay, thank God. It started just fast forwarding, because that was a button that the triggers don't usually do anything. I might have to just take them out for the moment, because I don't want to accidentally push in. They're great on my elite when it's like you need this to run, but not when it's fast forward. Okay, let's try that again. No triggers. Oh, it feels weird without triggers. Okay, we already read that part.
Thank you for your purchase. Please come again.
Okay. Let me just get my balance right.
We are running low on headache remedies. Would you mind handling the room table for a moment?
Okay, so are you sure?
I'm still not very experienced at creating potions by myself.
But it's only the way I've got my elite set up.
Are you sure it'll be okay?
I trust you. I've seen you make this brew perfectly plenty of times. You don't need me hovering over your shoulder anymore. So, off you go.
Right.
The rune table is an artifact provided to alchemists by the School of Magic. It runs on a core of controlled magic and it can be manipulated by anyone with the proper training. It is, of course, not as powerful as an actual mage, but it's quite practical for making household charms and remedies. Headache cures being one of the most popular options. Get to work preparing the ingredients as a tall man with an intimidating glare enters the store.
What can I do for you today, sir?
Spare me. Just give me the usual. Make it quick. I don't want to stick around in this creepy freak show any longer than I have to.
Rude.
Right. One remedy coming right up.
Behind the man, a shadow moves. A child peeks out, staring around the room with big, frightened eyes. You haven't seen the kid around the shop before. By the looks of it, he's been told one too many tales of child-eating potion makers. Let's do smile and wave. You smile at the kid and give a friendly wave. At first he freezes, realizing he's been caught, but then he slowly emerges and gives a shy wave back. Elizabeth coughs to get your attention, and you realise she's looking at you expectantly. Oh, right, the potion. Right, begin by placing lavender into the table. Okay. It's a healing potion that works wonders on headaches. It also smells nice. On the centre wheel. Turn the left wheel. Match any pattern to the right by mixing ingredients in the centre. Customer wants a strong headache remedy. There we go. And then create. I made a strong headache remedy. Hand over potion. Excellent. You hand the potion to Elizabeth.
Here you go, sir. One extra strong headache remedy.
Brew your first potion. I like this. I think maybe this could be a regular story thing, but we'll see how it goes. Because I like that I can read some stuff, but it's not all having to do voices, because sometimes that makes me my voice tired. Get to make potions, a little RPG, visual novel-y. It definitely sounds intriguing, so we'll see how it goes. See how it goes, but it could be a regular Sunday thing. Not that I'm going to be able to do regular Sundays in February because of plans, but we can certainly do some half of February, and we've got one more Sunday left in January, I think. Good. Yes, we're only 3 weeks into January. Time's been going way too fast. So, just checking that we hadn't already reached the end of January. Elizabeth hands the potion to the customer, who pays with a grunt and nothing more. Hopefully pays with money as well. That was interesting. The kindness and grace of humanity never cease to amaze me. Oh, okay. It's not all voiced. Right. Do not judge them, or by this man's example, Joe. Magic has been fed in this nation for a long time. He was simply one of the few acting upon his fears. I'm proud of the way you handled that. I know it's difficult to keep calm with someone like that in the store. Oh, don't say that, Leaky. Too far ahead to think. I'm gonna go.
I can't believe this.
You're the one helping him, and he treated you like...
I see.
I understand your frustration, but people like us have to pick our battles carefully, lest we end up in a position where we can do nothing at all. I got lulled into a false sense of security by the fact that the first bits were voiced. But enough of that. I have another job for you. We just used up the lavender by making that remedy. Would you be so kind as to buy some more? What if that guy comes back? I've handled my share of angry customers. They are not going to intimidate this old witch. Now go before it gets dark.
Okay.
See you in a bit. You gather your things and leave the store with a small wave. Ooh, okay. We're going to the flower shop. Okay. The flower shop smells heavenly. there's a little bunny. Strange exotic plants are growing everywhere, their colours vibrant and glowing with the faintest hint of magic.
Come in, come in. Here to pick up supplies, I presume? Oh, perfect timing. Today's been so slow. I was going quite mad. How are things?
The owner Quinn has had the store for a little over a year. The first full year of the small town having their very own mage. People have been really
I
rude.
see.
It's been kind of rough. People seem to be in quite a bad mood today.
Oh, dear.
I'm sorry to hear that, darling. I guess I should count my blessings that I haven't had any customers today. It's only natural that things are a bit tense. After the ivy woods wilted, people are suspecting some wicked magic to be at work. Which of course means people are less keen on coming near us magi folk. The ivy woods wilted? What happened to the ivy woods?
How curious.
You haven't heard? And here I thought small town news was supposed to travel fast. Yesterday, an entire section of the forest just died. I wanted to go gather some samples, see perhaps if it's a rare disease killing the trees. But I can't leave the shop and I don't want to be caught out there investigating. People might start suspecting that I was the one who did it, and I don't need that kind of attention. Okay, what sort of
I
samples do you need?
wonder.
Actually,
Anything would do at this point. A cutting from a dead tree, a pinch of the dirt. It could tell me something about how it died. Oh, good
I'll
point.
do it.
The forest isn't that far and it might help.
absolutely not.
Elizabeth would kill me if she found out I'd sent you out there alone. It's dangerous, you know. No one but trained demon hunters should or should go near the area. No, it's better to let the officials handle this. I'm sure they'll figure out the cause soon enough. Hopefully then things will calm down. Spoil. Sounds so boring though. Well, I'll take it from someone who grew up in a school of kids who randomly set things on fire by accident. Sometimes boring is good. But also, fire is pretty. Asla Day.
Tell me about...
No customers came by today? You're the first. It's quite odd. By this time I usually have at least a couple of people poke their heads in, out of curiosity if anything, but today has been completely quiet. Starting to wonder if perhaps I'd missed some sort of local holiday tradition. But I guess in the end people are just wary of magic due to what happened to the forest. It's sad. People suspect
What do
magic.
you mean?
People always suspect magic. It's always easier to blame something you don't understand, especially when you're only exposed to hearsay and rumours. People out here don't experience the good sides of magic. Like the self-driving wagons and the other handy devices created by the Tinkers in Eridas, or the grand theatre shows at the Illusionists down south. There's no excuse
I
for
can't
being
believe
prejudiced.
this.
Not understanding something shouldn't be an excuse for treating people badly. That is true. I am, however, of the naive belief that no one does evil for the sake of being evil. No one? Ah, that's very naive. Prejudice and fears, they all stem from a place of not knowing. I hope me being sent here to sell my flowers will show at least some people that magic isn't all bad. Good thing I'm not selling anything dangerous like fireworks or something. You were sent here.
So...
You didn't choose to come here yourself? Oh no, darling. When a mage graduates from the academy, we are assigned a shop to practice our craft. We do get to make proposals for where we'd like to go, but ultimately it's up to a council to distribute the graduates. They will consider the needs of the towns and cities and the danger the mage may pose if they work without supervision. I, for one, am quite happy with where I ended up. You like it here?
Really?
I thought you'd want to be somewhere more lively, like in one of the capitals or something.
Just imagine.
Oh, no, that's way too dull. I wouldn't let anything in a forest of bricks. Out here, I'm right in the centre of the greatest garden of all. Not to mention the fascinating underground of the magic mines. The energy coursing through the soil here is completely unique, and I keep finding new specimens that would make the students back at the college green with envy. Firework tinkers?
Really?
There are seriously mages who just make fireworks? Of course, but they are not just fireworks. They are the best and most beautiful fireworks on the continent, created to dazzle and entertain. They're a marvellous sight to behold. That sounds amazing. That sounds like a dream. I'd love to see that one day.
Actually,
You'd have to go to the capital to see it, I'm afraid. Such magic has to be performed under strict supervision, but it's worth the journey for sure. I have no more questions.
Actually...
Elizabeth sent me to get lavender if you have any.
oh,
Of
you'll
course.
love this.
The world can't go round without the madam's greatest headache remedy, can it now? Give me a second. Gwyn finds the herbs you asked for and you pay for your
Come back
wares.
soon.
Do say hi to Elizabeth for me when you get back. It's getting late, but the streets are still buzzing with activity. Citizens are making their final rounds, shopping and greeting friends while walking home from work. A bard is sitting on the stones at the square, entertaining a small group of children, and you find yourself pausing to listen as he spins his tale.
And then, the Witch Queen of the North raised an army of demons from the depths of the mountains and laid waste to the lands.
Oh joy. Witch propaganda.
It was a time where wild magic ruled, and the people of this continent were bent under its heel.
The children gasp and huddle together, and you smile. You've heard the story many times before and know just where it's going.
But then, from the ashes of a burned nation, rose 7 heroes. They were the chosen ones, the paragons, and together they rallied the people and beat back the demon Scourge and their evil mistress.
Sorry. The children cheer. He's quite good.
Once the battle was over, they formed the Empire, a nation governed not by magic, but by people. The first paragon traveled south and built the Seven Winds Academy, a school to teach the next generations of mages so that magic may never again be used for chaos. The second paragon traveled the continent to rid it from the remains of the witch's ilk. During his travels, other heroes chose to join his ranks, and that is how the Order of the Demon Hunters was formed. The remaining 5 set out to each build a great city. Cities that would later become the capitals of the Empire. And in the central capital built by Alethros, their leader, stand 7 seats, each representing one of the 7 rulers of the Empire. And from these seats, their successors still rule to this day. The end.
There's clapping and cheering with some of the adults around politely joining in, but then one child raises their hand, head tilted in curiosity, in a way that only children can do.
But, Mr. Bard, sir, you say there are 7 seats, but my mom says there are only 6. Why should the mages have a seat?
The air suddenly tenses. The market's gone all quiet, all eyes now turn to the bard who remained unfazed, smiling.
That's the thing about stories. Sometimes they don't actually end, even if the bard has said so. They become the beginning of something new.
He turns slightly and you swear for a moment he's looking straight at you before he shrugs.
But alas, I was only paid to tell you rascals one tale for today, so that particular sequel will have to wait for another time.
There's a collection of groans of dismay, but the kids get up and leave. You two figure you've lingered long enough and continue on your way. You've almost reached home but come to a halt when you hear someone cry out. Your head whips around towards a dark side street. The people around you keep walking, ignoring the sound even as it grows louder. Can they not hear? You glance around but see no reaction. Everyone just carries on apathetically. You know you should probably do the same. You can vividly imagine Elizabeth's disapproving stare. But the darkness of the alley beckons you and you leave the busy street to investigate. A man is standing over the form of a young girl, or what appears to be a girl, with horns. And also that looks like the shadow of the man who got the headache remedy and was being an arse.
Really, there's no need for this. I was simply a bit lost, you see. I didn't mean to wander into your town uninvited. Just let me go, and I'll be out of your hair for good. Gone. Whoosh.
You expect me to believe that, spirit? I am not fooled by your petty tricks and illusions. I see you, and I am going to make sure whatever wicked scheme you have planned ends right here.
I swear, I'm not planning anything.
Demon spawn like you don't belong in this world. Die, you filthy creature!
He's gonna kill her. You have to do something, but what? Okay, that poor girl needs my help. Obviously, yes, but... I mean, kindness, yes, but no way that bully is getting away with this.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Get away from that poor girl!
The man spins around. His eyes are crazed, dangerous, and familiar. Told you.
You.
A chill runs down your spine as something flashes in the man's eyes. You could have sworn they almost looked... red.
You're that old hag's apprentice, aren't you? You lure people with your pretty potions and promises of healing. But in the end, you're just the same. You... magic scum like you should all just die.
You move so fast, there's a blur of movement, and you feel a sharp pain in your chest. You look down and see the hilt of a knife. A bloom of red growing outwards, staining everything. Oops. Weirdly, you almost don't feel the pain. Shock is making the strangest of thoughts suddenly relevant.
So, that's what a lot of blood looks like.
Exactly, Leaky.
It's thicker than I imagined and more red.
Thank you. You really saved me there. I'm sorry this had to happen. Let me see. Ouch, yeah. He got you real good, didn't he? Pierced the heart. Humans need hearts, I'm certain of that. And such a brave heart, too. Don't be scared. I'll fix it, I promise. It won't be easy, though. It really isn't quite the state. I think I can mend it. But it needs something to stick it together. Your soul, I mean. No use mending the body when you're, well, dead. Sorry. That was rather insensitive, wasn't it? Nothing wrong with being dead. I mean, it happens to all of us, but... oh, right. Not important. Just a moment. I'll fix you right up.
Oh. My head.
Yeah. Sorry about that. You knocked your head pretty bad when you fell. I should get you a potion for that.
You barely force your eyes open. You're still in the alleyway, but the street has gone quiet and the afternoon light has faded. You must have been unconscious for a while. Your hand flies up to your chest, expecting to find the knife still sticking out, but there is no wound.
It doesn't hurt, right? Honestly, I don't know much about human skin, so I kinda just stitched it together the best I could.
What's going on? What just happened? I'm just gonna go with, you saved me. That's amazing.
You saved me from that man. How did you do that? That's amazing.
It was nothing. It was my fault you got into this mess after all. Sorry about that, by the way. That guy was really something, though. To think a spirit would go as far as to possess a human.
Oh yeah,
like
there was
that?
definitely something wrong with him.
I know the whole humans against magic thing doesn't make for the best of relationships, but there's no need to be rude. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're probably confused, right? Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, start with
So, who are you?
Aha, right. I am so sorry. I should have introduced myself, shouldn't I? I'm Mime. Well, I'm a spirit, I believe you would say. A friendly one, though. Don't worry.
You saved my life. I think I know you're friendly. That guy looked like some kind of monster.
That guy. His appearance changed all of a sudden. The horns, the red eyes.
I missed the horns.
He looked like some kind of monster.
My guess is that some mean spirit latched onto his anger and possessed him. The spirit must have been quite powerful, too. spark a physical transformation like that? I wonder what it was doing here. Anyway, the best course of action would be to stay far away from that guy, but I guess you already figured that out the hard way.
I met that guy earlier today. He wasn't nice back then either, but the way he treated you was horrible.
Well, you know, humans don't usually care much for spirits. They're supposedly illegal, after all. Chaotic magic, dangerous, yada yada. This guy was particularly aggressive about it, though. His heart has a lot of hate inside it. Which is probably the reason why the mean spirit decided to take it.
Last question. Why are you here?
So, thank you for saving me, but why are you still here? Aren't you afraid more people like that guy will show up?
Well, you see, I might be kinda, sorta bound here to you.
What?
I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. But you were all dead and broken, and all the pieces didn't want to stick together, and I panicked, and I may have somehow linked myself to your soul in order to bind it to your body.
Okay, we're gonna go with forgiving because
You saved my life. The method might not have been ideal, but I really can't blame you for helping me.
and hey, we got a guardian spirit now.
I know, I should have done better, and I shouldn't have... Huh? You forgive me? Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Don't worry, we'll find some way to fix this. I'm sure of it.
So how do we fix it? Has to be a way to reverse this. Oh, I'm gonna go with it. It sounds like an adventure.
I've always dreamed about a grand adventure of my own. Maybe this is it.
I guess that's a nice way to look at it.
This we, not this we. This we is very much bound to the sofa. Because I'm exhausted.
I don't know how to fix this. But I do know someone who might. I'll take you there. Though... she's going to be so mad at me.
You and mine both pause and listen. While you were talking, the quiet night erupted into a steady swell of voices. A sinister feeling makes the hairs on your neck stand on end, and Mime scurries closer to you, the small spirit having grown quite pale.
Something doesn't feel right. I think we should leave now.
She tugs you by the sleeve and you follow her to the end of the alley and stop short at a sudden smell slithering down the streets. Smoke. Your eyes grow wide as you spot the flickering lights in the distance, a feeling of dread settling in your stomach.
The shop.
Hey! Wait!
The weird, eye wall effect. It's like we're a stone eye. Is odd. I don't dislike it, I'm just wondering if there's a purpose behind it. By the time you get there, a large group of people has gathered in front of the shop in a wicked tension.
Child eater! Get out of our town!
Oh, fun.
Burn the witch!
Not like I've heard that one before. Oh wait, yeah I have. The yelling feels invariably loud. The young man picks up a rock and throws it through a window. The sound of shattering glass is drowned out with the cheers rising from the crowd. These bastards are destroying my home.
I can't believe this.
I believe these people. What do they think they're doing? It's actually not their fault. Not entirely, I mean. You've been caught up in a frenzy. Their fizz are being amplified by very strong spirit magic. It's drawing them all towards something inside the shop. How can you tell? It's a spirit thing. I can sort of sense the essence of other spirits. Usually it doesn't really matter because there aren't really a lot of us around, but something's here, and it has its sights set on something inside that store.
Really?
These people don't look very frightened to me.
Maybe, but...
It's true though. We all feel something, but usually you can kind of tell whether you should act on it or if the fear is irrational. These people have had their fear stoked, and it's so great that it's turned to rage. They've lost sight of themselves completely. We are affected. Yeah, look, I'm not feeling at my bravest at the moment either, so why am I not tearing stuff up?
About that.
This type of spirit magic doesn't really affect me. Since you're bound to me now, I guess you're protected as well. We've got to do something. We can't just keep standing here. There's got to be something we can do. We really shouldn't get any closer. If they catch us here, there's no telling what they'll do.
We've got to go.
I need to find my teacher. I know it's scary. She might still be in the shop. You really are very brave, aren't you? I kind of wish... never mind. Okay, I'll take you. Just keep our heads down, okay? With Mime's guidance, you go around to the back of the building. There's no way to enter, but there is a closed window in a nicely sized rock. You break the window and carefully climb through the broken glass. The shop is dark and smells faintly of burnt rosemary.
Okay. Very sneaky. The sneaky duo, that's us.
Door bursts open.
Get out of my home, you... child.
Long story, we have to get out of here. We've got no time. Elizabeth, they're surrounding the building. We need to get out now. Whoa, easy, young one. Breathe. Taking precautions, don't you worry. We're safe in here.
But what about you? You were gone for so long. I was just about to leave and go looking for you when those hooligans started gathering out front. What happened? And who is that?
Hi.
I'll tell you what happened.
Mime, this is my teacher, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, this is Mime. We've sort of gotten ourselves into a bit of a magical hiccup, and Mime here was just about to take me to someone who could fix this, weren't you, Mime?
Right.
Well, yes, of course. I know exactly how to fix this.
By the seven! Have you bound yourself to the spirit? Oh, what were you thinking, child? Do you have any idea what you have done?
I just couldn't stand by and do nothing. I just couldn't stand by and do nothing. I didn't mean for this to happen, but I would do it again to protect mine. Elizabeth sighed.
Child, your bold heart is going to get you into trouble one day. Trouble that I will not be able to save you from.
Speaking of trouble, since we're on that subject, we seem to have a problem with angry villagers that we might want to address soon. There's a crash as another window shatters.
I just don't understand what is happening. How odd.
The people are acting completely mad, like something is driving them insane.
About that.
That's exactly what's happening. Not sure what, but I can sense something here in the shop. Some kind of powerful magic is drawing them here.
Powerful magic? But that's impossible. This is an alchemy shop. The only vaguely magical item in here is the alchemy table.
Something flashes in Elizabeth's eyes, and you all turn to the table standing in the corner.
It can't be.
The light suddenly dims, and you whip around to stare at the shop window. The crowd outside is growing louder. Their violent chants and jeers melting together into a booming ichor of hate. Dark shadow is spreading from the frame of the window, blocking out the light from the torches outside. I'm gonna go. Mime, what is that?
What the?
Mime, what is that thing?
Well...
I'm not sure. It looks like a spirit of some sort, but...
It's a demon, this thing. It reeks of dark magic. It's trying to breach the barrier I put around the shop.
Darkness now completely covers the glass, which creaks and twists under the strain. Yeah, I know, right, Leaky? Then cracks. Great. This is fine. The window shuts. Heat washes over you, and you shield your face as every single piece of glass in the shop is blown out. Pressure forces you back, stumbling, and for a moment all you see is red. Ugh. You pick yourself up from the floor. Someone's screaming in the distance, and there's a strong smell of burning wood. The shop, it's been completely destroyed. From the rubble, a tall shape rises up to tower over you. Pathetic. Humans demand fire, but flee when their wish is granted. Glowing eyes zero in on you, a tall, lanky shape standing in the middle of the destroyed shop. What is this, a little shop assistant? I wonder, will you flee as well? What lies within your heart? Fear? Anger? The glow of those soulless eyes intensifies, and you feel cold all over as his gaze pierces through you. How disappointing. People like you are the worst. Keeping your head bowed every day, taking the scorn of the common people like you somehow deserve it. I can see it all. I can see how the people of this town, these pathetic weak mortals, are mocking you while you do nothing. Why should their imbecilic fear weigh down on you? You are their superior. Your talent should leave them begging at your feet, so why? What drives me dance? With a good humanity, I won't stoop to their level. Tenacity. I don't know. Tenacity.
I want change, but I can make it myself. I don't need to make a deal with a demon to get what I want.
The creature begins to glow a soft green color. It lets out a frustrated scream and charges at you.
Look out!
Go back to the hell you came from, demon!
Victoria! The demon stumbles, struck from behind. It keels over, clinging to its side, where its shape is cracking like broken shards of glass. You see broad shoulders. A woman steps in front of you, shielding you from the demon. A sword gleams in her hands as she boldly faces off against this monster.
Are you all right?
Whoa, okay. So we can immediately just throw ourselves at this woman who just saved us. I mean, maybe. Timid? I totally had that. Relieved. Let's be polite.
I'm okay. Thank you.
Victoria! I am so glad to see...
Quiet, Mime. You and I are going to have a talk as soon as this is over.
This is the same voice actor as in Dragon Age Inquisition. Didn't say who they played in that, but I like it. The demon screeches and rights itself. The bleeding gash on its side glowing like hot metal. You fool, you'll pay for this. Rushes forward, but Victoria is far too quick. She swiftly strikes it down, spraying shards of darkness from the fresh wound. The glow is steadily growing stronger, but you begin to feel drawn towards that light, as if it's calling out to you.
I'm feeling kinda... weird.
Look, the table.
The alchemy table is glowing the same shade as the demon. It pulses and breathes like a living thing, lifting itself off the floor, shifting and shaping into a new form. It suddenly flies right at you. You reach out to catch. Match the pattern to banish the demon. Bursts from your hand. Ooh, Spirit Alchemist. Banish my first demon. Shoots out within a beam, striking the nightmarish creature square in the chest. The demon writhes and shakes, the light bursting it open from within, and then it crumbles, turning to ash with a quiet sigh. There is only stillness. In your hand is what remains of the alchemy table, a pendant of sorts. The familiar cogs and wheels still make up the main body, but 5 small runes are now carved into the upper ring, one of them glowing faintly with a strange sort of magic. You're feeling woozy, like your legs are about to give out from under you. That was awesome!
Awesome!
We're being adventurous and tenacious and a little bit bold when we can, but also polite. Well, you know, acknowledging when people help us. Did you guys see what I just did? I did. Cold steel presses against your throat. The woman Victoria is glaring at you. What did you do? I don't know.
Whoa.
It just sort of did the thing, and I have no idea why. And can we please keep the sword out of this? Victoria glares, but lowers her sword
I
slightly.
can't believe this.
Mime, would you be so kind as to tell me what is going on here? Victoria's words drip with tension. Mime looks very, very small when she steps out from behind you. Well, you see, I'm not entirely sure myself. It felt like I had a connection with that thing for a moment.
So that's how it is.
A spirit locket. Elizabeth is staring at the glowing amulet in your hands with a barely masked sadness that puts you on edge. It must have reacted to the presence of the demon. It appears that it absorbed the power of that fiendish creature, sealing it away for good. That's so cool. That's good, right? We're safe. Oh, that's totally the end of it then, right? I mean, that is so cool.
We
being
did it.
adventurous. So, you're saying that we totally just saved the day? Victoria glares at you darkly.
Absolutely not.
Do not pretend to be some kind of hero. Use of illegal magic and binding yourself to a spirit, you are coming with me to Eredas to stand trial for what you've done. On whose orders? Elizabeth moves to stand between you and Victoria protectively. First, Commander Althea. Victoria twists her collar to reveal the insignia of the third paragon, and you feel dread run down your spine like ice. Of all the people to be discovered by, it just had to be a knight. I mean, I'm gonna go with, well, damn. You're a knight? This is bad. This is really bad. Good to know you understand the severity of your situation. Your actions today will have drastic consequences.
Hear me out.
But Victoria, don't you see? This might be a good thing. What? We sealed the spirit away, didn't we? In fact, it's really lucky that we were here. I bet the shop would have burned down completely if you and Joe hadn't been here to save it. Be that as it may, it doesn't excuse the illegal use of chaotic magic, so... Victoria is interrupted by a strange buzzing sound coming from her jacket. She and Mime are visibly pale.
Of all the times.
Just don't take it. Pretend we're not here.
Victoria glares and pulls out a small glowing orb that is pulsating insistently with light. She closes her eyes, breathes in deep as if saying a quiet prayer. There's a flash of light and an image appears.
Victoria, what's going on? You didn't call in for your last report.
The image of a woman in uniform appears in glowing light and you blink in surprise. You've heard about Crystal Communicator, the government used to transmit conversations, but you've never seen one in person before. Victoria straightens up in her presence, all emotions hidden by her professional tone.
Apologies, Commander. I'm afraid that the situation has become more complicated.
Aletherose mercy. Don't tell me you lost the spirit.
No, Mime is still with me, but the incident appears to have spread. A demon appeared in town tonight. I suspect there are more out there.
The number of casualties?
None, for now. However...
I mean, technically, the alchemist was dead for a while earlier, but, you know,
We managed to dispose of the threat for now, but I fear this could still escalate.
I know you want to ask, Victoria, but we cannot dispatch any more knights to the area. For now, you will return to Eredas with the spirit. We will regroup from here and determine the proper course of action.
I understand.
You just gonna leave. I'm gonna go report about the townsfolk.
You're leaving? But what about the townsfolk? What are we gonna do if more demons show up?
Victoria, who is this?
Another complication.
Actually, the alchemist here might just be the solution to your problem.
Mime!
No. It's all right, Victoria. Let us hear what the spirit wishes to share.
Thank you, ma'am. You see, we got into a little accident earlier. I won't bore you with the details, but the good news is that the two of us together are really good at sealing away those big old meanie spirits you're so worried about.
Is that so?
The woman turns to you.
What is your involvement in all of this?
Protecting
My
my
home
home.
just got destroyed by one of these demons.
Ah, an unlucky bystander then. And this magic you use to get rid of the demons. Unlawful, I assume.
Very.
But no one got hurt. We just sealed away the one who was wreaking havoc in the shop here. I'm confident that if we just stay in town and investigate, then we'll find a solution to the problems you're having in no time.
A lovely proposition, but tell me this, spirit. If I allow you to roam free, how can I trust that you won't just run away again?
Because I'm so nice?
I cannot trust you. There is more at stake here than mere townsfolk. It is a risk I will not take.
How you doing?
I'll vouch for the child, Commander.
Elizabeth steps forward. Having been strangely silent until now, she's going to turn out to be one of the founders or something or other. Althea looks startled.
Elizabeth, it has been so long.
I feel like...
I feel fate is playing some cruel trick on us, adding you to this unholy mix.
Victoria and Mime both look completely flabbergasted by the familiar tone used by the two women. You must admit, you are curious about how your teacher came to know one of the Empire's commanders so closely.
Perhaps. The young one is my apprentice. I can vouch for the contents of their heart. And, if you will let me, take full responsibility for what we both know must be done.
It is not fair for me or anyone to force upon you such a burden.
And I shall do this as well. Unless you wish to stop me.
Oh, I know better than to challenge you. Very well, Victoria. Your new mission will be to stay in town, guarding these two, as you track down any remaining demons and neutralize them. You will do what you must in order to keep a low profile. This mission cannot fail, and the truth cannot be revealed to the public.
I understood.
Wait, what?
I don't understand. You want me to be some kind of demon sealing person? I'm just an alchemist.
That might be so. But from this moment forth, you are an agent working under me. Instead of a criminal about to be tried for the illegal use of magic. Unless, of course, you have any objections.
I'll do
There's
my
no
best.
way I'm sitting this one out. If I'm able to help with this, then I'll do my best.
You have a good heart. I wish you luck.
The image disappears and a tense silence falls over the group.
That went well, right?
No one answers. Chapter 1, The Valley. And that's how you became the unlikely defender of Anemone Valley. We reached the first chapter. Waking up the next morning feels like a dream. If it weren't for the happy grin of the spirit who greets you, you would have dismissed it as such. Okay, so I just realised I haven't checked achievements. So there's 17 of them. So I don't know whether we've got like a gain and scare. I don't know, there's like a whole you can do this and then you've got to redo it. So I'll take some, commit every crime in the game and get away with it. And what is this one? Witness Michael's execution. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. So interesting. There are 7, possibly 8 chapters, or 7 on a prologue. And we've 7 on an epilogue. We've just done the prologue. They are not in an order. Okay, right. Save. Okay, and then we've got 8 companions. Mime. Spirit who's accidentally bound herself to you. It seems you could tell, but you're not quite sure she knows what she's doing. And Victoria. Knight of Eridas, tasked with keeping you and Mime in line when you investigate the demon incident. She isn't happy with her new role as babysitter. You hope the use of chaos magic to banish all the other demons won't be added to their sentence. I think at this point it's like you're doing it in service, so... This one here kind of looks like the bard. And we know that the one to the left of Mime is called Caden because we were paying attention in the credits at the beginning. I was not paying attention to who the other person is.
Morning! Glad to see you're awake.
It must be nice getting rest from sleep instead of fainting all the time, right? So Victoria sent me. She's super eager to get started on this big old mission thing, so she wants you to meet her outside, like, now. She's already in a bad mood, though, so I don't think hurrying would make her less angry. Anyway, how are you feeling? Like I got stabbed, blown up before fighting with a demon, so not so shabby. Yeah, that. Yesterday was kind of crazy, wasn't it, huh? I'm sure the worst is behind us now, and I mean, it could have been worse. At least you're not being dragged off to the capital right now, right?
I wonder.
What's the plan?
About that.
Finding those demons and sealing them away is our first priority. Can't have any more people getting hurt. And hopefully, while we're looking for a way to stop them, we'll learn more about this spirit locket of yours. If we can steal demons away, then maybe there's a way it can unseal me from your heart as well. It's a great plan. Great thinking, Mime.
Thank you.
I think so. Oh, I'm being polite. Cute. Let's do our best, yes?
I have some question.
Huh? Of course. Spirits are not supposed to go to human cities. My mere existence is some kind of crime to them. I don't want to know what they're going to do to me. We should go to Victoria then. So you said Victoria wants to see us. If she said it once, so probably out yesterday, honestly. We should get going. You walk into the shop. Now that everything's illuminated by daylight, you can truly see the extent of the destruction left by the demon the night before. Every surface is covered in glass or spilled potions. No worries, have a good look. Shelves are shattered, windows broken, and in the middle of the chaos, Elizabeth is carefully cleaning the floor with a broom.
Welcome back.
She greets you with a tired smile, and you wonder if she even managed to sleep at all.
It is quite the change, suddenly having people living with us like this. This sleepy old town really did wake up to quite an adventure, didn't it?
I'm so sorry, Elizabeth. You're shocked. There's nothing left. These are all just things, dear. We can rebuild. I have tried to shield you from such pain, but I see now that if you are to prevail on the challenges ahead, I cannot keep hiding things from you. I know you have a lot of questions. If you want, I should do my best to explain what I can. Okay, spirit locket.
So...
The alchemy table. Last night it changed into something. You called it a spirit locket. What does that mean? It was an invention that pioneered the modern school of alchemy. A new type of alchemy that was used well by non-mages. It works much in the same way as the alchemy tables we use today, but while we now use the power of crystals to fuel our spells, a spirit locket runs on the life force of spirits. It sounds dangerous.
Yes.
It is. Spirit magic is chaotic, unpredictable, but it was a necessity of the times. Alchemists had yet to discover the use of crystals as a power source for their spells, so spirits were used. It's a powerful artifact, one which is now bound to you just like mine. Did I hurt you?
Oh.
How are you feeling, mine? Did you get hurt during the battle? I feel fine. Might be different since you know I'm not bound to your locket thing, but you. It's all so confusing though. I wish we could learn more. I'm sorry, I cannot be of more help. I am skilled in alchemy, but the engineering that goes into crafting a locket like this is something else entirely. It's possible that there are mages out there who know a lot more about alchemy lockets than spirits, but locating them will be tricky. You can try and ask Quinn for help. They went to the Mage Academy, so they might know more. How did the locket get
I
here?
wonder...
It doesn't seem like something authorized by the Emperor. It's been in my possession for a while. It's gifted to me by a dear friend, and I have kept it safe here ever since. I didn't expect something like this, but that doesn't matter. We can talk about that story some other time. You have more important things to worry about now.
I wonder...
Do you have any idea how to get separated from a spirit? I know a few, but none of them will leave the both of you, how to put it, alive afterward. Oh, exorcism is the craft of demon hunters, and they don't particularly care about the well-being of those affected, as long as it eliminates the threat. You can ask Victoria for details. The way she attacked that demon yesterday is clear she had the training, but why a former demon hunter would now work for the Knight Commander of Eridus, I'm not quite sure.
Tell me about...
The woman that appeared yesterday, you knew her. How? My life did not begin and end in this shop, you know. Althea and I knew each other well a long time ago. Back then I would have called her my companion, but now... Our journeys took us down different paths. She's now the right hand to the highest office in the land. She's an odd flame. She and you got some history together, What? Too difficult to imagine your dusty old teacher being young and in love? Oh, no, it's cute. Not at all. It's kind of cute to imagine, actually. Cute? You really are such an odd child, you know that. But no matter, if you find the topic so fascinating, perhaps I'll tell you the story after we get this place cleared up. How's the shop? What are we going to do? Everything's so broken, I don't even know where to start. We clean, we salvage, we restore. I've already sent a message to Quinn about restoring our herbal stock. Knowing them, they've already got new supplies ready for us. I just need you to pick it up whenever you can. I do worry about the alchemy table, though. I cannot make potions without it, and getting a new one for the Mage College can take a while. Then comes the paperwork for gaining a new power crystal. You think it would be easy to obtain one with us basically living on top of the mines, but the last time we needed a change, it took several months. No doubt Goldner, that old weasel, had something to do with it. Reopening the shop might take a while. Someone's blocking your request? It's not the first time getting a new crystal has been such an issue, is it? Is someone doing this on purpose? It is but a suspicion. I know for a fact that Mezzo Goldner has several crystals at the ready. The paperwork is in order, I'm sure, yet he still stalls. The man has never been friendly with magic folk. Ironic, given his trade. I'm afraid for now we can wait for nothing. We'll do nothing but wait for the bureaucracy to run its course.
I'll do it.
Wouldn't I be able to make the potions still using the spirit locket? I guess that would be possible, but I wouldn't want to put such a quest on you now when you are tied up in your other obligations. Restocking the shop will take time. I would need to teach you many more recipes than what you know now. Teach me then. You're still my teacher, right? Elizabeth looked surprised for a moment, then her eyes softened as she
Thank you, dear.
That is true. Very well, Joe, I shall teach you. This can't interfere with your other tasks, remember? We'll have your lessons here whenever you have the time in between missions. Just come by the shop and find me and we'll get started. I'll
be off then.
Victoria's waiting for you to go on this whole quest thingy. I understand. I'll be here in case you have any other questions.
Good luck, dear.
Victoria's standing outside the shop, arms crossed and eyes glaring at anyone who dares pass her by.
You're late.
Morning.
Ready to do some investigation? What part of keeping a low profile do you insist on not getting? I stretch. Tired. Oh right, sorry. Victoria sighs happily. You remembered to cast your spell? Of course. No human will notice me at all. Unless they are like a demon hunter or possessed by a spirit like that guy yesterday. A mage will probably also see me, so yeah, basically invisible. I got the hiccups. Ugh. Let's be diplomatic. So what are we doing?
So,
what's the plan?
while you two were snoozing the day away, I've been digging around for some information.
What about that little kid from yesterday?
Look.
There are multiple accounts of people having seen the shop burn last night, but have no recollection of the mob and the dark magic. These types of games, visual novels, no. There are many more visual novels than I have even played or own or have any desire to play or own. Point and clicks, if this was a point and click, which it's not, yes, top of the leaderboard. I mean, I'm probably a decent position up, but actually I'll have a look. She'll have a look. But yeah, this is a visual novel, which is different from point and clicks. Point and clicks, I am top of the leaderboard. Visual novel. How do I get to the leaderboard from visual novels? Visual novel leaderboard. Okay, yeah. Vudix, my good friend, is... I say my good friend. Person that I know is number 1. A true achievement in visual novels. I'm 127 in true achievements on visual novel games. I don't know why that is the default one, but hey. So, top 150 in the world. Games played. Okay. Leaderboards. Oh, there we go. Okay. 154 by games played. In Europe, United Kingdom, I don't know, because it seems to have lost me on that particular one. I've played 150, no, I've played 107 of the 204 visual novels. Okay, that's actually more than I thought. $107 puts me at number 3, but I'm not on the leaderboard for some reason. So yeah, number 3 in the UK are visual novels. Yeah, this what? Okay, I don't know. There's something going weird with leaderboards. I'll report it as a bug later. But yeah, no. So yeah, I know the person who is number one, but, you know, they do a lot of getting the games fixed, so it makes sense that they've played a lot of the games because they need to know where things are broken. Me, there's a lot of visual novels that I have no interest in playing. There's also a lot of not competition, very much. I'd like to consider them a friend. They're definitely an acquaintance. No, I have no interest in being top of any other leaderboards other than point and click, because that's my genre. But they keep mixing it with other genres, which I'm not good at. It's my mission to get all the point and clicks properly categorized on TA. But there are a lot of visual novels that aren't even in English, and I don't want to play something that's not in English unless it's like I am playing this for a particular reason. So like I played Lego Batman in Japanese because I wanted my Lego, you know, on like top in Lego completions. I was number one. I haven't finished the latest 2 games because I just haven't had the energy to devote to them. And I played not Mr. Potato. There's a game that has a Japanese version that I played the Japanese version and had to keep on referring back to the English version that I had a VOD of that lots of people use. It's like my top watched VOD. Mr. Pumpkin. It's close. It was still a gourd. Yeah, Mr. Pumpkin has a Japanese version or Chinese version or some language that I don't speak and can't read. I get tired of tedious collectibles, definitely. And the newest Lego Star Wars is... There are too many, so I'm doing it in chunks. If I have the urge to play, I will go and I will get some of the bricks. But I'm not doing what I did back when I was like trying to get all of the Lego games finished, and I burnt myself out doing Lego games. But even still, they were not as big as Lego Star Wars. And also Lego 2K Drive. I'm not very good at the driving, so again, that one is slowly chipping away when I get the urge. At the moment, I'm trying to start some new games in January. Get all the point and clicks at least started on my game card. That counts as a Lego game, yes, because it is Lego. It's literally made by Lego. The Lego cars, the Lego series, Lego minifigs. There's a Lego Rock Band that counts as Lego as well. That one was freaking difficult to finish. I've even played like Bionicle Heroes, which is very close. But yeah, I've put a lot of effort into stuff. I've got one 360 game point and click that I need to finish before the 360 breaks completely, that's not backwards compatible. I did finish one over Christmas. And there's one 360 game that I don't have access to that is discontinued that I will never have on my card. Oh, I do not want to have to do achievements in Lego Fortnite, I'm sorry. I'm not interested in playing Fortnite for the Fortnite part. So, yeah. I would not be happy if that was added to the Lego collection. That would make me very sad. As much as I I love the aesthetic, but yeah. You like Fortnite Festival? I don't know what that is. I feel like I probably should, but I don't. But yeah, there are two things in which I like to be near the top of the leaderboard, and that is point and click games and Lego. Visual novels is a side effect that I've got a decent number, but not really interested in working on it. Their version of Rock Band, with plastic instruments. Me and plastic instruments have a history. They are currently gathering dust in my wardrobe. They lost me the UHH, those damn plastic instruments. No, not that I would have won anywhere. They lost me a round. of UHH. Back when that was the thing. I miss UHH, that was good. But anyway. I'm curious to see where this game is going. I'm liking it. I wish more of the things were voiced, but hey. They sell well secondhand, yes, but I'm not going to get rid of them because I technically haven't finished the games. So, if there's ever the chance that I would go back and finish them, I want to have the plastic instruments. So, there we go. I regret starting them, but I don't get rid of stuff or sell stuff, ever. Oh, I've got all of LEGO Dimensions stuff. Well, except that my friend currently has my Sonic because hers stopped working. Should probably put a note of that because I will forget otherwise. Not that I need it, but I like having my collection. They got me with the Doctor Who. The Doctor Who levels were brilliant. I enjoyed LEGO Dimensions. I really did. I like LEGO games. I just don't like it when there's 100 million collectibles, which there are in the new Star Wars one. I'm not really a big Star Wars fan particularly, and I think it's overdone, and there's like so many Star Wars LEGO games. But I'm also stubborn and will at some point, you know, want to get through these things. Yeah. Anyway. I'm also just liking playing indie games. Got a ton of them. There's some good ones. We're working our way through our backlog. This one was from February last year. I think ID played it as well, because I remember Timber did a green-haired character. But anyway. We will see. But yeah, I keep stuff unless it's broken or I really don't have a use for it. Sometimes I need a better way of storing things because they get dusty. But hey. Anyway, there are multiple counts. Oh, we said that. The general consensus was that it was an accident. I see no reason to correct this assumption. It would just create unnecessary panic. The shop itself, it's clean. No traces of anything magical. The place wasn't trashed, I wouldn't be able to tell anything had happened. Doesn't leave us with much to go on, really.
I wonder.
We could always check out the forest. We spirits really like nature, so maybe the demons are angry someone went and destroyed the home. We already searched that place for clues and found nothing. I think our time would be more wisely spent exploring somewhere new. The mines in this town are suspicious to me. Do not believe it's a coincidence that these events are occurring right on top of a large seam of magical crystals.
Are you sure?
Do we really have to go underground, though? It's creepy.
I wonder.
Why are you so certain you'll find something
About that.
I'm not certain of anything at this point. That would be foolish. However, the crystals mined down there are powerful conductors of magic, so it's worth taking a look.
Maybe, but...
Underground caves are so creepy, though. It's worth a look.
Actually...
It might be creepy, but it does sound like something worth investigating more.
Come on.
You're right, but still.
Enough of this.
Fine. Victoria gives Mime a pointed look, and the spirit's mouth zips shut instantly, and those hard eyes.
I can't believe this.
Look, Alchemist. Althea might have put her trust in you, but I'm not so easily convinced. So it'd be much appreciated if you keep your opinions to yourself. I just want to help.
About that...
I'm stuck with you anyway, and it's not like there's anything I can do to make the situation worse. Ooh, famous last words. So maybe we should just try and work together to figure this out. This mess. You have a point. Victoria does not look amused, but she clicks her tongue and sighs.
Fine. Let's go.
Okay.
Mime, you're staying close to me. I won't have you running away from me again.
What? Me? Run away? I would never.
Just stay where I can see you.
Maybe I should have dropped the save. But
Understood.
I didn't know that would commit me to doing a thing. Can we go see the flashlight first?
You! What in the world happened?
I heard your shop burned down, and I got this message from Elizabeth asking for new supplies, and who is this? You barely get through the door to the flower shop before Quinn showers you with questions. But when Victoria enters, they back up concerned, quickly turning to apprehension. It's actually an amazing
I'll
story.
tell you what happened.
You're not going to believe what happens. Quinn blinks at us owlishly as we launch into a rant about the events of last night. And now we're on a quest trying to solve the mystery and...
So that's how it is.
Slow down. There, friend, I think I'm getting the picture. Quinn glances over at your companions. At the very least, it certainly explains the strange company you're keeping. They grin, but then their expression turns serious. Joe?
I consider you a good friend, and I want to help you. No, I am going to help you, as much as I can. But this whole affair puts me at risk. We have to be very careful.
The door to the flower shop suddenly bursts open, causing everyone to freeze in surprise. A tall, intimidating man steps inside, his cold eyes lazily taking in Quinn's little shop.
Mr. Goldner, what can I do for you today?
Quinn looks nervously at the man as he glides around the shop, looking at the beautiful plants with disinterest. You feel mine move to hide behind your legs despite her invisibility.
I was simply in the area and thought I might drop by. As you have probably already heard, the alchemy shop suffered a most unfortunate fire last night.
I don't trust him.
I just wanted to be sure that our only other magic shop was still doing well.
I'm gonna take a leaf from Mime's book and hide.
That is very kind of you, sir. As you can see, nothing out of the ordinary has happened here.
The man chuckles darkly.
Do forgive me for having my doubts about that. Just know this.
He steps awfully close to Quinn, staring them down with thinly veiled disgust.
The people of this town might have tolerated you this past year, but I will continue to watch you closely.
I am not... I think Victoria should say hello. You glance over at Victoria, but the woman is already moving. She steps up between Quinn and the man, her dark eyes hard.
If you're not here to make a purchase, then I believe it is time for you to leave, sir.
What? Who? Now listen here, you little... Don't you know who I am?
I don't. I also don't believe you know who I am.
Victoria flashes the badge on her coat. The man visibly gapes, but then he breaks into a smug grin.
So Erodus finally sent someone to keep track of all these magic folk. About damn time. I assume you're here to investigate this establishment. I knew it. I just knew something suspicious was going on here.
You are quite wrong. The only thing remotely out of order I found here is you, threatening an innocent shop owner. So unless you want me to file a report and send it back to headquarters, I suggest you be on your way.
The man splutters, but leaves in indignation.
I will remember this.
Quinn sighs in relief, their shoulders turning slack.
Thank you.
No. Do not think I did this as a favor. The man was being a nuisance, so I stopped him.
Yes.
Who was he, anyway?
Messer Goldner is the owner of the mine.
I think it was relevant to our quest that we met him as well.
Despite the fact that the very ore that created his wealth is magical, he has a dangerously low opinion of mages and is quite vocal about it. Luckily, most people in town do not hold his word in high regard. He's somewhat of a joke, albeit an intimidating one.
Intimidating sounds about right.
As far as I've heard, he started his life as a common farmer. When the mine was discovered beneath his land, he suddenly gained quite a bit of wealth, almost overnight. That money went straight to his head, if you ask me. So now he wants people to treat him like a nobleman. The townsfolk did not take kindly to that. And while he still makes good money on the mine, most people simply avoid him. To someone like me, however, he is very much a threat. And he knows it, hence these little visits. But that's enough doom and gloom for one day. Please, tell me how I can help.
Quinn looks shaken, but eager to change the subject. What do you know about spirit?
I wonder.
Not much, I'm afraid. Magic is a broad field of study, and I specialize in, well, plants, not spirits. Tinkers, in particular, would know a lot more about such a mechanism than I. Luckily, I just happened to get word that one of my former classmates has taken interest in the mines, and will be visiting to do some research. She might already be in town, but knowing her, she went straight down there as soon as she arrived.
So...
Have anything left in stock we could use at the shop? My supplies were completely destroyed.
What do you need?
I don't have a whole lot left, but I'll give you what I have. I'm sure you and Elizabeth will put it to good use. When I get more things back in stock, I'll be sure to let you know. Quinn hands you 2 bundles of lavender and some other herbs.
I've gotta go.
Take care.
Can't believe it's Sunday. I'm like 4:30 on a Sunday. Okay, 4:30 though. We should have a small break. I hope everyone's been having a good weekend. I'm just gonna have a small break so I can have a stretch and get some more tea. Also, my clothing is itching like crazy for some reason. My skin is just not having a good day, along with my brain. Or probably my brain is affecting my skin. So I just need to go and have a shake it off, like Taylor Swift would say. So I'll be back in a few minutes, and I'm going to run an ad because no one's missing anything. Fresh tea. Okay. You walk out the shop and continue on your way. After about 10 minutes walking, Victoria taps you on the shoulder.
It would appear that we're being followed.
Really?
Really?
Some kind of villain? We need to fight them off. Just be quiet. Don't be so dramatic. Just follow my lead. You follow Victoria. Oh, it's going to be the bard, I reckon. You follow Victoria down a side street. No one else is around, so you stand there and wait for a moment and another. Unfamiliar, timid. Oh no, it's the little kid. Familiar, timid face peeks around the corner, big red eyes riding him in fright when he realizes he's been killed. You're the kid from the shop?
Hello.
I know you. You came in our shop the other day. The boy looks a bit embarrassed about having been caught, but he waves at you shyly.
Hi. Sorry. I didn't mean to...
What's your name, kid?
Oh, maybe he's... Yeah. I reckon he's the other one from the party then. Victoria's voice is surprisingly gentle, and the young boy flushes bright red, bowing his head.
I'm Kim, ma'am.
So yeah, maybe this is the kid, and then the guy at the top on the left is the bard, and then the one to the left is Kate. Can you help you with something? Jim looks up at you hopefully. He's wringed his hands nervously.
I'm looking for my brother. Do you remember him? We came into your shop yesterday to buy a remedy.
Oh dear.
He didn't come home last night, so I was wondering if maybe you had seen him.
I'll tell you what happened.
Your brother attacked me last night. He appeared to be possessed by some kind of evil spirit, almost looked like a demon himself. I haven't seen him since then.
That's awful.
My brother's nothing like that at all. He's always taken really good care of me, protecting me. But ever since he got that new job... What new job?
Well...
I'm not sure. He just said he was running errands for some guy. The pay was great and not nearly as dangerous as working in the mines. Your brother worked in the mines?
Yeah.
It was real tough on him. The boss there is super mean. The workers got hurt all the time. My brother was in an accident too once. One of the tunnels collapsed and he got trapped under a big pile of rocks. After that, his head used to hurt all the time, but the alchemist has a really good potion that helps him with the pain.
What do you mean?
Guy, do you know who was talking?
He wouldn't say.
He wouldn't say. Honestly, I was afraid he was getting into something shady. I didn't think he's better than working in the mines, so I didn't complain about it.
Actually...
We can help you figure out what happened to your brother. Sounds like he might have got tangled up in some of the stuff we're investigating.
You'll really help? Thank you so much!
Of course we will. I promise I'll do my best to help you out as well. I'll start by seeing if anything my brother left behind can tell me who he was. Just be very careful. It's not safe for a child to be a detective. Stay out of harm's way.
I'll be careful.
He runs off.
Not bad.
I'm surprised, Joe. You handled that situation well. Finding this kid's brother will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. Also, you know, keeping you from killing other people will be also a bonus, right? Right. Glad to help.
Time to go.
Let's keep moving. Alright, go team! Woo! So. Okay, I think the mines. Otherwise we're just gonna try and go everywhere and we said we were going to go to the mines. We'll go to the mines first. The mines are starkly cold compared to the warmth of a sunny day outside. Quiet. Victoria's taking great care to keep you out of sight of any stray workers. This place really gives me the creeps. Oh. It's like everywhere I look, there's a shadow ready to reach out and grab us. Don't be ridiculous, mine. Anything that's out to grab you down here is your own imagination. I mean, to be fair, my imagination can be quite insistent. A sudden scream rings out in the quiet mine, echoing eerily around the wall. Victoria shoots forward before anyone has time to react. Hey, Victoria, we really shouldn't get separated down here. And she's gone. What should we do, Joe? Someone needs
I'll
help.
do it.
I've got to help as well.
Whoa!
Hey, Joe, how did I end up with two people with a hero complex? The stones beneath your feet are brittle and unsteady, and you almost fall, skidding around a sharp turn. A passage is opened up into a large cave. In the middle stands a woman, her hands outstretched and glowing with a bright golden light. Oh, that's got to be the other apprentice, mage person.
Get out of my way, demon! You're ruining my experiment!
Bless her. A demon stands tall, towering over the woman. You are making a grave mistake. Think of how powerful we could be, two beings of magic working together. You could have everything you've ever dreamed of.
Not interested.
Seems to have things under control. You watch the scene unfold. The woman pushes her hand forward and a blast of light slams into the demon who shrieks. You've handled kitchen goblins with more bite than you. Return now to where you came from. The demon is fading, wounded. The locket around your neck begins to glow.
Let's go!
Joe, I think it might be time. Let's seal the spirit away before it escapes. Okay, patterns match the demon. Okay, so that's good. So I just need to... The demon roars as it dissolves and is sucked into the glowing rocket. The mines fall silent again. Is
everyone all right?
We're fine, Joe. Can't say I'll ever get used to that weird magic, though.
Fascinating. Just how did you do that?
You all jump as the stranger is suddenly in your face. Her gloved hands grab yours without any consideration to personal space, to get a closer look at the locket that's still glowing faintly.
Is this some kind of portable alchemy table? It was alchemy you were using, right? What kind of magic was used to forge this? It cannot be powered by a crystal. The mass of the device would not be able to hold such power. But then, what?
Okay, we can romance them again already. Okay, no, maybe not. Personal space.
I'm not so sure about this.
Perhaps take a step back. The woman freezes and looks up at you for the first time since her rant began. She looks surprised. Did she honestly forget you were even there? All right. That was rather rude, wasn't it? My apologies. I should have introduced myself before proceeding. She releases you and takes a step back.
My name is Anne Sophia Bernadette Hovland, a scholar under the Seven Winds Academy.
She must be the mage Quinn was telling us about.
Seems to completely ignore the comments. Her attention solely focused on you, or at least a lot.
I am writing my thesis on alternative power sources for magic-infused artifacts, and you simply must let me take a look at this device. I have never seen anything like it. If I could uncover the mysteries behind it, I'd be the envy of the entire academy.
Okay, what are you doing down
About that.
Did you know?
Crystals mined in this area are one of the most common resources for powering magical artifacts. I felt it was only right to start my research looking into the current practices, but I did not expect to find such an interesting research subject wandering around down here. It must have been the blessing of Izith that made you show up when you did. I've heard that compliment before. Never been referred to as a research subject before. Why can't we just literally just like romance? It's like there's no finesse. Not that we're going to do romance. We're not a romancy person. I shall stretch. Also, it's kind of like I'm a little ghost. Except that I'm not invisible because, you know, you can still see my hands and arms. But that's like now, floating head. I was actually referring to your locket. Oh wait, joking again, of course. You seem to be quite fond of those. Who are you again? Okay, my name's
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Anne.
The
Okay, that's
pleasure
literally like
is
Joe,
all
Anne.
mine.
I have an E and you've got my name. Alright, so thesis. You're writing what now? I thought majors worked in shops and such.
About that.
Most do, but there are a few who choose to pursue a career at the academy itself as researchers. In order to get such a position, however, you need to write a thesis, an extensive research report with the knowledge you have gained while travelling. Most candidates fail. Fail?
So...
Either they fail to find new knowledge or they die trying.
Yikes!
Okay, not cool. I literally just made my tea. It is boiling hot. I will save that hydrate.
Actually...
You're not wrong, but I will be successful. Don't doubt that. Okay. Question.
Really?
From the Mage Academy. Yes, graduated last month, but I already miss it. No need to worry though, if everything goes to plan, I will have my thesis done and ready for publication within this season. I'll be back before summer ends. Quinn told me you might know something about this locket.
Listen, they told us you might be able to help us learn more about this locket. You see, the power source is... well...
That would be me.
There's a pregnant pause while Anne blinks at mine for the first time, noticing the short spirit girl standing partially hidden behind you, and then all colour appears to leave her
A
face.
spirit? But that's taboo. Against the teachings of the Holy Seven. How did you even... Oh, wait! I get it! This must be some kind of government-licensed project, right? That's why you have a demon hunter with you.
Government licensed. Sure. Let's call it that.
No, I am not getting tangled up in something like this. Do you know what happens to mages who get involved with sketchy things like this?
They die? Okay. Maybe we can make it.
I know it's not ideal, and I understand why you would be suspicious. But maybe we could make it worth your while? We're both searching for something, and our goals appear to be the same. So, what if we make a deal?
Everyone always has like this sort of hand-shaped thing. It looks great on the characters, but does anyone actually do this in real life? I can't make my hand face the camera and do that because my hands are not that way round.
A deal, you say? I'm not going to lie. I'm curious about that locket of yours. It's certainly a lot more interesting than what I've found down here so far. Leaving town in search of a new mine would also put me way behind schedule. I really don't have time for this.
For what it's worth, we are currently working on the orders of the Knight Commander of Eridus. The nature of our mission, however, demands a level of discretion.
Yeah, now I'm going back to one of these characters is this Anne person, one is the bard, one is Caden, and the kid is just a side character.
By discretion, you mean they approve as long as you don't fail? But I suppose being chosen by the Knight Commander herself does give you some credibility. If I help you with this demon problem of yours, you promise that you will help me with my research? I will need to study that locket of yours thoroughly.
Okay, I'm gonna go with reality.
Our priority is helping the people in town. I'm sure we can help you as well, but your needs come second to their safety.
Figures. But about what I expected, honestly. As long as you don't expect me to share your priority, I believe we can make this work. You have your goals and I have mine, and if they no longer align, we part ways. Simple as that.
For some reason, that really doesn't sound too trustworthy to me.
Welcome to the team, Anne. I'm sure we're gonna solve this together in no time.
Yes, mine, was it? I'm sure you and I are going to have a lot of fun together.
Why do I suddenly feel cold?
I've never had the chance to talk to a spirit before. At the academy, they are confined. For safety reasons.
Safety? What? So the students can't hurt them?
Oh, no, actually, quite the opposite. The spirits at the academy are a lot less friendly than you.
Oh, well, I suppose if I was kept cooped up all day in school, I'd be pretty grumpy too.
That's a fair point.
Okay, so it looks like those are conversations we can have with the various companions. The exclamation points, things, places I think we need to go. So I'm going to do woods, flower shop, alley, home, unless something else pops up. And probably just companions. Okay, Anne, right, yes. Okay, so this guy is definitely the bard. I feel like I saw his, because I have seen his hair before. But maybe not, it could be the kid, but I think it doesn't look old enough to be the kid. Recent graduate. She's allowed to study the locket. Heavy woods are silent. Everything is still among the blackened trunks of dead trees, as if the wildlife has also heeded the warnings to stay away. Let's go search for clues.
Okay.
I'm right with you, Joe. Victoria sighs. Do you two even know what you're searching for? No, but Quinn said if we just got them some, like, wood or a chute or some soil, or all three, they could try and figure it out. So we're going to do that, I hope. The clue is not just going to present itself as some package with a glowing sign on top of it. Not to mention, as I already told you, there's nothing here. The place is barren, as empty as it was the last time we checked mine. We won't find any answers here. I guess you're right. I just really hope coming back here would... Wait, did you hear that?
I can't believe this.
No, I swear I will. Shh, listen. Your group falls silent and listens carefully, and after a while you pick up on the faint sound too. Sounds like a person singing. Starting to get that feeling again. You know, but like back when the shop was burning? I think there might be something dark ahead. Let's go investigate. You step forward, but Victoria's arm stops you, the tall woman's eyes hard as she stares straight ahead. Don't be a fool. Stay behind me. She walks ahead, her hand already resting on the hilt of her sword. You walk among the black trees, every step taking you all closer to the sound of singing. Stopping out into a small clearing, You find a large willow tree by a small lake. It's black and dead like the rest of the forest, but among its branches sits a small sparrow. The song is coming from the bird, but is very much the voice of a human woman, singing enthusiastically. There are stories to be told, daring and bold, in the merry sparrow's inn. Below the tree, resting against the black trunk, sits a man, looking quite pleased with listening to the sparrow's performance. His eyes flicker to you for only a moment, and his smile widens.
It seems more have joined your audience, little one.
Oh no, that is now the hair of the other companion, not the bard then. The bird seemed to perfectly understand the man and puffs up his little chest proudly before throwing itself into another verse. Come, traveller, with your weary heart, into the dark of the lantern forest. There lies an inn with open doors, where the light is burning the brightest. I don't know what the tune is, and I realise I just made a complete cat's up of that one. With the warmth of your frozen bones, may the ale in our tallest glass pour. Sounds like an advert. For the pain within your broken soul, we old travellers just know the cure. There is light to be found within, there are stories to be told, daring and bold, in the merry sparrow's inn. The bird finishes his song, does a tiny bow, and the stranger claps, smiling.
Bravo! Beautifully done.
That was lovely.
That was lovely. Your friend is quite talented.
She is, isn't?
That's interesting, because I thought it was going to be the bard, but I don't think it is. I think it's going to be a blonde-haired guy. But why is the sparrow sitting on top of Victoria's sword?
She?
Dunno. The bird puffs up his chest and looks awfully pleased.
Also a bit of a prima donna, but you know, comes with the territory.
It's an abomination, that's what it is. Someone has cursed the bird with magic. Better put it out of its misery.
Now hold on there. There's no reason to act so rashly. The bird is not hurting anyone.
Its very existence is a breach of the law. Who's to say it doesn't carry other, more dangerous curses? If someone got hurt due to our inaction, would you be able to live with that?
You are overreacting. It's an enchanted bird, not some malignant spirit out to eat our souls. The world is not going to end if we let this one go.
I don't know this person, but I also don't want to kill a bird. I'm going to agree.
He's right, Victoria. We can't just kill the poor thing on a mere suspicion. Not all magic has to be evil.
You.
Ah, a voice of reason. How refreshing.
The bird flies off.
And there she goes. No doubt off to add your hero's deed to her song. Sparrows are the patrons of hero stories, after all. And they do have a soft spot for heroic deeds. Perhaps that is why she came to sing in this place.
That sounds like something out of the old religion. Such talk is heresy, you know.
Cleric?
You're quite right. I shall ask forgiveness of the Paragons, if I ever meet one.
Okay, start with who
I
are you?
wonder.
You may call me Michael.
Okay, but is that your name?
As for who I am, I always find that's a question best answered over a glass of wine. No?
I like his voice. Are you always like this?
You.
Always this difficult to get a straight answer from. What can I say? I enjoy the cryptic persona. Makes me appear a lot more interesting than I actually am. What are you
Tell
doing now?
me about...
Interesting.
I was searching for answers to a curiosity of mine. And did you find it? The answer? I did. Well, what was it? That's the secret. I'd be more afraid of losing my head if I were you. So scary. It's a weird place to rest.
Oh, really?
A lone traveller on the road to the nearest tavern is not that rare, I would imagine. Actually, a lot more curious about you.
A villager leading a mage, a demon hunter, and a spirit into a dead forest.
Sounds like a setup for a joke.
Sounds like a legend about to be told.
Or that.
Or the start of a joke.
Ah,
Hard to
there we
tell.
go. Hey, we are kind of an odd bunch, and we're... Wait! You see me? Victoria's hand flies to her sword. Michael, however, only smiles lazily.
How curious.
Of course I see you. You are right here, are you not? But no one is supposed to see me, only... You're a mage.
What?
So perceptive. No, not a cleric then, unless cleric is a subset of mage. We just seem to be collecting mages. I feel like we could have used a bard. Got to be careful around you. But yes, I happen to know a bit of magic, but mostly I'm just a simple traveller. Nothing fancy. The sudden rumble of the earth and the deep ground cutting through the air. What in Alfero's name is that? Joe, I think this sounds like...
Blasted!
Something's coming. Stay behind me. Tall willow tree is shaking. The dark hole in the trunk retracts as if taking a deep breath. Force of darkness bursts out towards your group. Victoria moves to parry, but the darkness knocks her away. Victoria! Shadow turns and heads straight towards you.
I think not.
A hand reaches around you and pulls you back. His hands are glowing with a sinister purple light as he
Return to your true form.
The force is frozen midair, suspended by a bright glow. It hangs still for a moment before, much like the demon in the shop, its form expands and bursts into the shape of another demon. Insolence! Who tried to stop me? I believe you are the one rudely interrupting a private moment. I suggest you get lost now. The purple glow is crackling like fire, swirling in his hands before shooting out his blast, striking the demon and sending it back reeling. You. Joe, you know what you have to do. Match the pattern, smash the demon. Demon roars as it sucked back into the locket, then it grows silent, the glow of the artifact slowly fading. Check on Victoria. There we go, we hydrated. You slip out of Michael's grip. Hi, Jessie. You slip out of Michael's grip and rush over to Victoria's, picking herself up with a groan. Victoria, you okay? I am fine. Only a wounded pride. But you... Victoria picks up her sword and points it at Michael. Who, me? Do not play dumb. I saw what you did there. You are a mage. Oh, he's just like Anne, then?
No.
He is nothing like me. To think we'd see a chaotic mage here of all places, that is one very suspicious coincidence.
Chaotic, really? You make it sound so... violent.
I see myself as more of a naturalist magic user. But I should expect nothing less from a graduate of Major Academy.
Speak, mage. What are you doing here?
Enough.
It's no coincidence. The wild mage appeared just before a demon showed up. Enough with the sword already. Demon may have been attracted to my magic, but I didn't come here to be murdered by that thing. I came here because of the forest. You did? What do you know of it? The sparrows were singing about a great evil destroying the meadow. Came to see it for myself. Check if that might be some new corrupted type of nature magic.
Really?
And was it? Did you find out what caused it?
Interesting.
I have a couple of suspicions. fact that a powerful demon like that showed up certainly makes everything a lot more interesting. Okay, chaotic
What do
magic.
you mean?
What does that even mean? What do you mean? It is a term it's a term used to describe any type of magic that is not authorized by the Empire. Which means in this little gathering, I'm actually the third individual to fall under such a category. Talk about throwing stones. You know a lot about
Tell
nature
me
magic.
about...
Look,
You pick up a few things here and there, living on the road like I do.
Huh?
Doing this, wouldn't it be much safer for you to stay away? Of course, but what would be the fun in that? We can help each other. We're trying to figure out why these demons are showing up in town, among other things. You say they might be connected. Perhaps we can help each other.
interesting.
That little trinket of yours certainly seems useful. However, I do enjoy my head as it is right now, and your demon hunter friend is sharpening her blade. As if I'd let you off that easily. We could use his help.
Actually...
He could be of great use to us. Remember the mission? I know very well what our mission is. But you are right, untrustworthy as he may be, he's a giant lead.
So...
What do you say? You lend us a hand and we'll keep Victoria off your back? A curious proposition. But you're also quite a curious person, are you not? Stranger steps closer to you and looks you over, a calculating look in his eyes that makes you feel like he's seeing right through you. He smiles. Perhaps you are not quite so ordinary. Oh, seriously, with the romance? You got me. Actually, the chosen one sent on a quest to save the world. How did you know?
Oh, this'll be good.
Just a hunch. I'm told I have a nose for sniffing out tragic cases. You think my story is a tragedy? That is yet to be seen.
Very well. I will help you out. This looks like it might turn out to be quite amusing after all.
How are you doing, Jesse?
Wow. Thank you. Isn't this great, Victoria?
I'm keeping a close eye on you, mage.
I would be disappointed if you didn't.
Well, I, for one, am happy to get new friends.
Oh, welcome back, Vicky, and you're excited to play Tenant Boy today. Cool.
Welcome to the team, Michael.
Thank you, Mime. Now let's go hunt down some demons. How curious.
Michael, you're staring. Why are you staring?
Oh, my apologies. I was lost in thought. I've seen many spirits in my travels, but no one quite like you, Mime.
I don't think I've ever seen a traveler quite like you either. You're a lot more colorful.
I can imagine. Here's to defying expectations.
Okay, so now we've got conversations with our 4 people, quest marker, and another quest marker in the Ivy Woods. We'll have the flower shop first.
Welcome back.
Oh, Joe, you're back already. What can I do for you? Hello, Quinn. It's been quite a while.
How lovely.
Anne, how lovely to see you. I was wondering if you would end up burying yourself down in the mines for your entire stay. That was the plan, but as luck would have it, I found something much more interesting to write about than magic crystals. How do you two know each other again?
Actually...
Anne and I both graduated from the Mage Academy. Not the same class, but you know, it's a small place. Only you would find a massive castle small. But I guess you never like to be cooped up indoors for long. Unlike you, who'd be happy in a box as long as you get to bring a book. The box is comfy then, sure. Gwen laughs and shakes her head. So what brings you all back to my shop? Can't possibly have time just to make social calls. I mean, yeah, I was just making a social call.
I'll be off then.
See you later,
Take
Quinn.
care. Oh,
Try
and
stay out of
Anne?
trouble. And Anne?
Yes?
Do drop by from time to time while you're here, won't you? I miss our game nights.
Okay. I'll see if I can find some time.
Perfect. I'll see you around.
You're hiding something, mage.
I am a man of many secrets, dear Victoria. You'll have to be more specific.
The reason you're here. You claim you came here to investigate the forest, but that's ludicrous. Why would you willingly put yourself at risk like that? Just, what's in it for you?
It can't possibly be because I'm concerned and want to help.
Unlikely.
So cold. Just like you, I'm here to lend a hand, so we can avoid more incidents like the forest. And as things are now, I'd say you need all the help you can get.
Just know that I'm keeping an eye on you.
I know, and how I feel for those poor eyes. Between me and the alchemist, they must be rolling around your skull, trying to keep up.
Okay. Let's have a look in the... There's a squirrel in the alley.
Ah, yes. This is a nice spot. Empty, quiet, perfect place to just disappear. Ah! Oh, hi. What brings you out here?
Sorry, I didn't mean to frighten
I'm
you.
sorry.
What were you doing back here? What, me? Frightened? Wait, okay, you may have spooked me.
Hear me out.
It's not like I'm doing anything bad or anything. Just get a bit overwhelmed at times. I was walking around talking with people, facing down scary stuff. It becomes a bit too much and I just want to run away and hide. I don't know. I'm not going to find a way to solve this mess if I hide in the trash all day, but you know, it's just nice to breathe once, a little once in a while. Understand that, don't you?
Actually...
Understand that feeling all too well. It's okay to be scared and need a moment to gather yourself.
Really?
I didn't realize you felt that way. You seem like the sort of person who's so put together. You stand up to help even when none of this is your fault to begin with. It's very admirable, but call me selfish. I'm glad you can feel like this too. Makes me feel a little less silly for hiding out here. Tell you what, if you promise not to tell Victoria about my hiding spot, then I won't tell either. If any of us needs a moment to breathe, well then we can come here. It's brilliant, right?
I have some
Pretty weird
questions.
when we went out to the forest. What was all that about? No way. So you noticed that? Sorry I was acting weird. The forest is a special place for me. It's where Victoria found me, and there are lots of things I'd like answers to, but it's really not all that important. I'd like to stay on track from now on, don't you worry.
I wonder.
Quite the odd bunch now, aren't we? What do you want to talk about? Elizabeth?
Tell me about...
It is progressing, as days do, too quickly. How about you?
Well...
She's nice, if not a little bit scary. It's like you look at her and see a nice old lady, but then you lurk at her and you feel like a tiny mouse staring up at some ancient, powerful beast. But I guess that might just be me. She's, your teacher after all. What's she like to you? Strict with her.
About that...
With a strict, yes, but she's always fun. It's never treated
Okay.
me. See, I'm glad to hear it. Maybe I'm just intimidated because I've never met a teacher before. Victoria.
So...
You know Victoria, can you tell me more about her? I don't really know her that well, honestly. She just sort of showed up in my life all of a sudden and got me dragged into this whole mystery about the demons. It's scared me senseless, honestly, but now that I've gotten to spend more time with her, I think she means well. Even if she's a bit intense.
Tell me about...
He's great fun to be around. He's always smiling and positive and doesn't rewind my spiritness at all. I feel like he's hiding something, though. I notice him sometimes staring off into space, and he just looks so sad. I hope we can become friends. We can help him with whatever he's struggling with. Hopefully before Victoria murders him.
So...
What are your thoughts about her?
I wonder...
She's sweet, but really quiet. She's very focused on her research, and she only ever talks to me to ask questions about the spirit life. It needs to get to know her a little better, but honestly, she doesn't seem interested in making friends.
I'll be off then.
Let's go!
Back to work, sealing demons, saving the world, and all that stuff. Okay, so that's always going to be talking to her. Let's go to the market to talk to Anne. Oh, also. Now we have Michael. So we just need to meet Caden. Be complete. Town square is busy and buzzing with people eager to share stories and gossip with one another. However, one lone figure stands out, staying off to the side and staring at the crowd with apprehension. What are you up to? Can I join?
Hello.
Kind of exciting major research? I wish. Quinn insisted I take a walk and get to know the town. I honestly don't see the point as I will be leaving this place soon, but here I am anyway. Anemone Valley is actually a really nice place. Once you get to know it. Right, I'll need more concrete evidence than that to be convinced. So by the way, I might as well keep you here while I pretend to be sightseeing. That way if I get chased down by an angry mob, there'll be at least 2 of us running. Why am I an interesting test subject?
If things pan out right,
then these experiments might yield a solution to the Empire's shortage of magic energy. Stop with the romance.
Really?
Shortage of magic? I thought the general gospel of the Empire is there's too much magic in the world.
So...
That would be their public opinion, yes. Privately, most people in big cities and capitals enjoy the commodities that magic provides them with. From their mage lamps, light lamps, self-driving horse carriages, orbs of communication, you name it. Their complacent lifestyle is dependent on all these magical items, and every single one of them is powered by a magic crystal. Now, crystals are great for this purpose, but there are only so many to go around, which means the cost of these crystals steadily continues to rise, which in turn gives a disproportionate amount of power to those who own crystal mines, since there's no alternative. But you don't need a crystal. You're a completely normal, no magic human using an alchemy table without any clear power source. If I can figure out how you could do it, it might well change the world as we know it.
That's
goal,
great.
I guess, wanting to help the world like that. Just understand, I don't give a damn about those people. Their petty problems mean nothing to me. But with a discovery like that, I was certain to be granted a professor title. I can go back to doing whatever research I want, and the world can continue to slowly destroy itself for other dumb reason. You and Quinn
I wonder.
seem to be close. Quinn's one of those people who grow on you over time, and once ensnared, they'll not stop shoving all their friendship and love on you.
They are my best friends.
We're both rather quirky compared to some of the other kids growing up at the academy. Despite Quinn being a year ahead of me, we just clicked and have remained strong friends ever since.
Tell
Do you want to be
me
a professor
about...
so badly?
That makes sense.
I guess it wouldn't make much sense to someone who isn't a mage, but I'll try and explain. Lots of mages graduated from the academy and were thrown out. Some would like to be call it reassigned to professional positions, but that just means we get thrown out and into a job we didn't choose in a random city we don't know. And we have to work the rest of our lives praying we don't make a mistake that'll land us in prison or worse. The Mage Academy is the only place we can be free to practice our craft without having to fear that a simple mistake or misunderstanding could be the end of us. The only people who get to stay at the academy after graduation are the professors. Those few experts who are allowed to study their craft to the benefit of all, the ones tasked with teaching the next generation. That's what I want for myself, hence my current trial.
I'll be off then.
I should probably get back to the
Bye
mission at
then.
hand. You're right. The sooner we get this demon nonsense out of the way, the sooner I can begin running some tests on you and mine.
So, Anne, I take it you're from the Mage Academy.
That would be correct. And you are a wild mage, an unauthorized practitioner of magic.
Saying it like that makes it sound a lot more exciting than it is.
Don't you ever get tired? Being on the run, having to live your life in secret? It sounds exhausting.
At least you have plans. Plans are good.
What can I say? I just really don't like doing homework.
Okay, so... Here's another conversation with him, and then we'll go to home, and we'll go back to the forest. The air inside the tavern is warm, and a pleasant scent of burning firewood and savoury foods washes over you as you step inside. Michael's lounging by the bar, wine glass in hand, his brightly coloured robes making him stand out against the mostly wooden interior.
What can I do for you?
Why, hello there, Joe. Care to join me for a drink? Sure, but I don't drink. Yes to the company, no to the drink. Perfect. Come on, have a seat then. Take a seat by Michael, who puts his glass down to stare at you with his undivided attention.
Let's see.
So what brings you to seek me out like this? Got some curiosity you need sated? Not much for keeping a low profile, are you?
I find it's a balance you have to tread. Blend in too much, and people will think you are shifty. Be loud and colorful, and people will take notice. But if you're quiet and colorful, well, people will still notice. Honestly, but there's no fun in dressing like a fugitive. If my handsome clothes are what end up getting me killed, that's a fair trade for being fashionable, is it not?
Michael is very, pretty, I guess. He's purple. I like purple.
So...
Wild mage, huh? Curious, are we? Don't worry, I'm not nearly as interesting as the stories make us wild one is out to be. I'm a mage, but I didn't study at the proper school and am therefore considered a dangerous individual. It's horrible.
That's awful.
Yes, and that is the world in which we live. Do not feel sad. I'm usually pretty good at staying out of trouble. It'll make do with the cards you've been dealt, no? Why didn't you go to the mage college? Thought the government had people scout out kids with a talent and bring them in. It wasn't like they didn't try. My past is not that interesting, to be honest, but it isn't exactly a cheery fairy tale either. I'm warned best not to bring the mood in such pleasant company. Maybe I'll share it with you some other time. I understand. Let's talk about something else then.
See you around.
Michael smiles and picks up his
All
glass.
right.
Very well, I'll be here if you have more questions. Cool, so that's how we talk to our peoples. Now we're going home. We're going to talk with Elizabeth first. It's interesting.
Welcome
I'm
back.
curious. So, I have the ingredients from Quinn. We won't want to refill our stock, but it should be enough to get us started.
Well done.
Lee will do nicely. You ready to give that alchemy locket of yours a try then?
I'll do it.
I like it. I'm trying to figure out what I'm making first. So that's I guess we'll just mix. Right, we can create something now. So I made a healing potion. Excellent. Yeah, it's nice. I'm enjoying it. It's interesting. I don't know if everyone else is enjoying it because there's not many people watching today. I like that some of it's voiced. I'm not sure whether to continue it on stream or not. Okay.
Another discovery!
Mosquito repellent. My streams have been fairly low this year, so it, doesn't always. Two of the blue ones.
Whoa, look at
And
that!
headache remedy. Okay. Blue, yellow,
Another discovery!
Oh, did I just make the same bloody thing twice? Okay. Let's use two daisies. Okay, so what? No, two greens and a blue.
Whoa, look at that!
2 purples.
Another discovery!
Okay. Yeah, it's just trying to figure out the world. Okay, so get 4 stars if you can do it 2 ingredients in 1 turn. There. So let's try some stuff with blue. Okay, I'm gonna go back because I think I've got all the ones I can get at this. Done for now? Very well. Step away from the table and glance over your recipe book. There are still new potions for you to discover. Perhaps you should come back and try and fill it out later. You might impress Elizabeth. Okay, I got some questions.
I see.
What would you like to know?
I'll be off then.
I understand. I'm here in case you have any other
Be
questions.
careful out.
Okay, so we should talk to... It's getting later. You're ready to retire for the night. No, I want to talk with Victoria. The streets outside are busy as usual, but people take a wide berth around the alchemy shop when they pass by. Whether it's the rumours of the fire or Victoria's imposing figures carrying them off is anyone's guess. Scaring the customers. With such an imposing aura standing guard outside, we're never going to get customers. I think spreading rumours of the fire are doing that all by themselves. Surprised anyone's even out in the street. Is there something you wanted?
About that.
In the shop, you cut it down like it was nothing. When did you build a fire like
Look.
It's a rather obvious question, isn't it? I'm a knight. Sometimes knights have to fight, so I learned it's that simple.
I have some questions.
In fact, I believe demon hunters and mages have that skill, so how did you do it? Free to believe whatever you want. Confident in my ability to slay both demon and human, that is all you need to know. Not going to answer my questions, are you?
No.
I'll catch on quick. Who's Althea to you?
About that.
What is it?
She's my commander, one of the greatest that Empire's had. Get my orders from her and carry them out, that's that.
I'll be off then.
Let's get back to our mission, okay? So... No, okay, I want to go back to the woods and see why it's still got a thingy on it. Forest quiet, Victoria doesn't look pleased. Hurry up and get those samples, yes! Thank you for doing this. That's what we want. Okay. I'll be quick. Thank you for doing this. I'm sure it'll be helpful later. Victoria huffs but doesn't object. You pick the samples you need for Quinn and leave. Excellent. That's what I wanted to do. Now we can go see Quinn and see if she's got, see if they've got any ideas.
Welcome back.
What can I do for you?
We did it.
We went out into the forest and I gathered your samples. Can you use them to figure out what happened to the forest?
That's wonderful.
I should be furious you went out there, though. At least you didn't go alone. I just can't help but feel something bad is about to happen. It's like a slow storm rolling in and I can't stop it. I'll get straight to work and let you know as soon as I've learned anything new.
I'll be off then.
See you later, Quinn.
Take care.
Try and stay out of trouble. Okay, so we've talked to everyone. Excuse me. So I'm going to end the day. Okay. Ooh, we've got the alchemy book. Excellent. We're still missing a companion, Caden. I'm just gonna... save. So we are chapter 1, alchemy shop. So we've got 47, 116, 129, 202. Is that how long it thinks we've been playing? Because I swear I've been going over 2.5 hours, but hey. It's fine. I did restart the beginning bit because I accidentally hit fast forward because the trigger's at the bottom, which I took off. We might end it at the end of this day, unless it's not the end of it. Yeah, I might end it at the end of this day. Oh, it's date night tonight. Cool. Awesome. So, early stream. The sun's setting over the town of Anemone Valley, and you and your strange group of companions have returned to the alchemy shop. As everyone gets settled, you and Elizabeth stand together observing the strange group.
Well, child, when I originally sent you out to bring back ingredients, this is not what I had in mind.
Mage, you keep your hands to yourself. I won't have you cooking up some vile magic using the remains of this shop.
I was simply trying to be a helpful guest, picking up some of the debris. But if you don't trust my abilities, perhaps Anne would be so kind as to use some of her tinker magic to fix this.
I specialize in magic-infused items, Michael. I can't just repair any chair or table I come across.
Yeah, but you could probably repair the alchemy.
So you have specialized mages for fixing a table.
That makes sense.
Well, of course not. The mages specializing in furniture do both chairs and tables. Don't be absurd.
And you wonder why I don't get magic from the Mage Academy.
It seems every time I send you outside on an errand, you return with more and more eccentric characters. I fear I should put you on house arrest.
At least we're making a difference. It's better than sitting around doing nothing.
Your optimism never fails to amuse me, child. Perhaps if there were more people like you in the world, it wouldn't be in such a state. I understand why you brought these people here, and I respect Victoria's judgment. I just worry all of this activity will draw unwanted attention to us.
Oh. Super early is not fun. There's a sudden knock on the door and the conversation dies.
This is strange. Who could that be at this hour?
Elizabeth walks over to the door and she has barely time to turn the handle when it bursts open. Little kid. No. The imposing figure of Goldener forces his way in, sneering at the group that awaits him inside.
Good evening, Madam Alchemist. I hope you don't mind a bit of a surprise visit.
He's a smarmy ass. Two more men step into the shop. Their figures imposing as they push past the mine owner and into the shop. Elizabeth keeps her cool, but you notice her knuckles turning white as she clutches her cane.
Messer Goldner. What an unexpected surprise. What brings you here at this late hour?
Crash of one of the men as one of the men roughly pushes the remains of a bookshelf aside in order to make his way out to the kitchen. Goldner grins.
Merely the concerns of a good neighbor. You see, the lads and I have been quite distraught about these strange occurrences. First the forest, and then this strange fire. And now it has come to our attention that an outlander is sneaking around somewhere in town. We were merely concerned and wanted to check in on you, to make sure he hasn't been hiding out somewhere in the remains of your shop.
There's a crash out the back, the sound of something shattering. Get out.
I think it's time for you and your friends to leave.
There's an uncomfortable silence as the man slowly turns to you. His eyes are cold with contempt.
I remember you. You were down at the flower shop as well. Magic filth plotting together, are you? No wonder we citizens have to take matters into our own hands.
Stab him in the heart. Punch him in the balls. He's an ass. I'm really angry, but I feel like I should be diplomatic.
Look, Misair, the person you're looking for is obviously not here. Why don't you and your friends go and look for him somewhere else?
The man that's had a cruel laugh.
Ah, and now you're even telling me what to do. You have some gall, child. Pests like you should learn to keep your mouth shut.
That is quite enough.
Elizabeth steps in and her eyes are burning. I've seen your teacher mad before, but this is on a completely different level. Like a carefully contained inferno.
Monsieur Goldner, I am a patient woman, but I will not tolerate you insulting my apprentice. I believe now is the time for you and your companions to leave.
The nun looks slightly taken aback by the sudden change in the old woman and even flinches a little from the burning fire in her eyes. Then he catches himself like a rooster puffing up its feathers.
This is... Don't you dare speak like this to me. You do not want to make an enemy of me, madame.
I believe that any chance of a civil relationship ended a while ago, Monsieur. Now, if you would be so kind, get out of my shop.
The man looks furious, eyes flickering between you and your teacher. I'm just gonna go with... I don't want to bring in guys, I'm just gonna do you heard the lady. You stand beside Elizabeth, giving her your full
You heard
support.
the lady. Time for you to leave, Misair.
The guys from the back return and take in the scene. Looking a bit unsettled by the angry alchemists, they immediately join Goldner on either side, standing tall and intimidating. Goldner smokes smugly.
You really have some nerve talking to me like that. Be grateful we have other matters to attend to tonight. But this is not the end of this.
He's a mine owner, not the mayor. Or the sheriff. He leaves, his goons following right behind him. There's a collective sigh of relief in the room when the door slams shut. Elizabeth lets out a low chuckle and slumps against her cane, looking awfully pale.
Are you okay?
Yeah, let's sit down. Elizabeth chuckles as you carefully guide her over to a chair so she can sit down for a moment. No need to fret, child. I'm fine. Just a bit more excitement than I'm used to, that's all. It's my own fault, though, not wanting to admit sooner that this was the obvious outcome. That man has been on our case for years now, always looking for a chance to get in and wreak havoc on our hard-won peace.
That seems odd.
Just who are they looking for anyway? What do they mean by Outlander? Oh, it's gotta be Michael. Oh, or maybe, you know, Caden, that we haven't met yet. There are people of mountain dwellers living beyond the borders of the Elthian Empire. They are a reclusive society that rarely interacts with any of their neighbouring states. The fact that one of them shows up here at this time is highly suspicious.
A stranger far away
not
from
like
home, caught in a local conflict due to their race. How very predictable.
Those people hurt them.
I'll do it.
We have to help them, right? If Goldman and his goons find them, there's no telling what they'll do.
You do realize.
What, you want to go outside? Do you think it's best if we stay out of this? We're already in way too much trouble for my liking. Come on now, my dear. Where's your hero spirit? Some poor fellow out there in the city is being chased by an angry mob. Don't you want to lend a hand? And just glares at him dully, then sighs. I guess we could take a look.
Okay.
I agree that catching this person first seems to be in our interest, but he could have gone anywhere in this town by now. Outlanders are magical beings, though, right? So shouldn't a hunter like you be able to track them down?
About that.
At least give it a try, right? I have important information that could help us. Let's admit it, but I agree with you.
We don't have a lot of time, but paragons help you if any of you try something funny.
Fun? In your presence? Perish the thought.
You head out into the streets and begin your search. Okay, I thought we were going to be the end of the day. Victoria takes the lead, hand firmly planted on the hilt of her sword and eyes hard and focused. The streets are quiet at this late hour and you notice nothing suspicious on your way to the market square.
Victoria, you can sense magic as well?
I guess that explains how you found me out in the forest back then.
Actually,
Hunters can't sense magic. It's the swords they carry that guide them towards chaotic magic. They are holy weapons, forged by rituals following the teachings of Isis, the paragon and founder of the Mage Academy. I guess I shouldn't be surprised you would know about these practices, then.
Hunters did save my life by bringing me to the academy, so I've made it a point to be well informed.
Saved your life, huh? Also, Michael, would you stop that? I'm trying to concentrate.
You turn to Michael, who's smoking innocently, a little purple flame dancing in his palm.
Sorry. I was just curious as to how effective the holy weapon of yours was.
Honestly, all I see is the piece of dragon bone strapped to the hilt of your sword.
Really?
Dragon bone? It's quite the rare material. The dragons have been gone for centuries, after all. It's quite popular in the use of weapon making, since it provides the wielder a bit of an edge, so to say, over magical opponents.
Don't be absurd. Dragons? Really? That sounds like a fairy tale. Victoria, don't you agree?
But Victoria doesn't answer, her head snapping to the side at the same time as Mime's ears perk up in attention. Guys, I'm sensing another sudden burst of spirit energy. In that instance, a familiar kid comes shooting around the corner, wide-eyed and out of breath.
Alchemist! I'm so glad I found... I was going to the alchemy shop, but... Ronan, my brother... I saw him.
You did? Where?
That's great.
Where did you see him? Kim tries to speak, but only wheezing comes out. Give him a moment, Joe. I think he's turning blue. Kim takes a long breath and pulls himself together.
Well?
My brother. He was with a group of people and they were all dragging this tall guy with them. I followed them out of town. It looked like they went into the mines. That's brilliant.
Awesome.
Kim. We'll go and investigate at once.
Really?
I'm coming along too. I want to help. You've done enough.
Actually...
Please trust us that we can do our work now too.
Fine. I'll leave it to you, but... Please take care, okay?
Kim leaves you and you follow his directions to the mines. You arrive and head inside. The faint glow of the crystal is the only thing lighting your way. Once you go in further, you notice someone standing guard. You're pretty sure you've seen him around town buying flowers from Quinn's shop, but now his expression is empty, eyes unfocused, like he's entirely there.
Yep. That one's definitely influenced by a spirit.
This is bad. If he sees us, he'll alert whoever is in there. There's no obvious way to sneak up on him either. Don't you know some alchemy remedy that might help us out? Maybe something that will knock him out for a bit. It's not a bad idea. You should probably be careful not to hurt him. You say that, but witnesses are such a hassle. Okay, we do know a remedy. But if I want to be able to finish this chapter, I just gotta be right back. So I'm just gonna do a quick pause and put the break screen up. I'll be right back. Sorry. I was like, we're not quite there yet. Just really needed. Okay, so we want blue and 2 greens. I need a sleeping potion. It's like I want to finish this chapter without having to, needing to leave. So, I was like, just want to get, this encounter anyway, because I feel like this will possibly finish the chapter. Which will get us reach the 2nd chapter achievement. Craft the potion and take a moment to weigh the vial in your hands before you throw it in the cave. The glass shatters and a thin white mist spreads. The guard looks around startled, making a move to run, and then immediately slumps forward, collapsing on the floor.
Well, isn't this neat?
Alchemy can be kind of scary. Let's get
Okay.
going.
Time to go.
I agree. We won ourselves the element of surprise. Let's put it to good use. And wander deep into the mines. Passage ends in an open cave. Hiding behind a big bag of rocks, someone standing in the center. Oh no. The man is on his knees on the cold cave floor, and before them stands Roman in his frightening demon form.
You have to excuse my lack of manners, but I am growing impatient. Me and my brethren here have been waiting quite a while for this moment. And your stubborn hero charade is honestly starting to piss me off. So I will ask you, for the last time, how do we break the seal?
Ah, something sealed in the mines, maybe. A big old demon. It's a bit like the first season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Man on the ground is unlike anyone you've ever seen before. His skin is a colourless grey, hair is white as snow, but along his exposed arm are in glowing blue markings like crystal ball, and when he turns to look to glare at the demon, his eyes are alight with the same gemstone glow.
You are fooling yourself if you think I'd ever bargain with a demon. Your end will come soon enough, and you will return to your prison once more.
Ronan lets out a low cackle.
And you believe that you will be the one to do that? The valiant hero swooping in to save the day? How well is that working out for you?
My failure is my shame to bear. I cannot change that. But I refuse to add any more regrets to my name. I will tell you nothing.
And it's good that there are other ways for me to gain your cooperation.
With a wave of his hand, the demon appears at his side, tall and lanky, with soulless eyes, staring down at the Outlander almost hungrily. The Outlander looks madly queasy, but hides it well behind a snare.
So you intend to have this one possess me? You don't have the courage to do so yourself?
I usually prefer to be more hands-on. However, this body I'm inhabiting still has its uses, so I can't give it up quite yet. Do not fear, though. My brother here is quite capable of the task.
The demon moves in and the Outlander tries to shift away, but there was nowhere to go. You observe the cave carefully, feeling a spark of nerves settle in your stomach. So this is what you agreed to back when you made the deal with Althea. These demons are not kidding around, you know, from first-hand experience. Something has to be done. Nope, confidence. Steps through him boldly.
Enough of this, Ronan. This ends here. I won't allow you to hurt any more people.
Ryan's red eyes turn to you, and his head tilts curiously to the side with a wicked grin.
Well, if it isn't the little alchemist. I could have sworn I'd left you dead in a ditch not too long ago. How interesting. Well, that gives me a welcome opportunity to thank you. If it hadn't been for your timely arrival back in that alley, I would never have succeeded in possessing this foolish human properly. But, alas, you are not useful to me now. So it's time for you to die. For real this time.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I agree. After all, it would be a hassle if my guinea pig was to die before I even got to start my research.
Oh, Anne. You're so adorable.
You and Mime do what you have to do. We'll make sure you're not interrupted.
Let's do this!
Can we get the demon at the man without killing him? That would be nice. We don't have to hurt the poor kid's brother.
Pathetic.
This is. I seem to have underestimated you, Alchemist. Trust me when I say that will not happen again. man disappears in the shadows. You turn to find the stranger on the ground who watches you curiously. Ooh. Are you alright? Not so much puzzles, just rotatey things. Nothing tricky. You rush over to the man on the ground and begin to work from time to That's fun though. He didn't hurt you, did he? You ask concerned and freeze when he looks up at you, those glowing eyes piercing right through to your soul.
Thank you.
I am fine, thank you. Your help is most appreciated. Oh my god, with a romance.
Happy to help.
We've had run-ins with that guy ourselves before, and we couldn't just let him keep on threatening people. He looks past you to where the others are standing, and he bowed his head deeply.
I am most grateful to all of you. That was quite a dangerous situation I found myself in.
Yeah, you really got yourself in a fine mess there. Just who are you, and how did you end up getting captured by such fine people?
My name is Caden. And as for how I came to be here, I was trying to help stop these demons leaking out of their prison. However, my efforts seem to have done nothing more than make the situation worse.
The demons are what causing the magic crystals. It's effectively spirit power, just in a different format, and obviously the people doing the mining have found the core.
So you had something to do with the demons escaping into town?
Victoria's hand is already reaching towards her sword, and Michael touches.
How about we let the man talk before you draw that thing,
That's new.
You said we were trying to stop the demons from escaping some prison. Does that mean the spirits were locked away nearby? That is correct. This underground tavern hosts one of the few known demon prisons within the borders of the Elthian Empire. The underground crystal ore seems to have been used to form a protective seal. Not unlike how the Goddess of Mercy won the final battle of the dragons by casting a spell.
What?
Explain? What are you talking about, Goddess of Mercy? This isn't making any sense to me. Could you please explain? Oh, so the crystal is not a result. It's sealing the demons in, and taking the crystal away is gonna let all the demons out.
I don't understand.
How? You don't know? How is that possible? Maybe the Dags use other terms? Those are all legends of the old religion. I'm afraid, my tall friend, that you'll have to fill us in, as these stories are not commonly told among people in this land anymore.
How curious.
Well, that's puzzling.
I suppose I can give it a try. Though I am no bard.
Oh, we have one of them. I thought it was going to be in our party. Oh, you're not going to tell me. Okay. A great many centuries ago, before there were humans or outlanders, the Elder Ones who inhabited the continent were at war with the ancient dragons. The war ended when one of the seven gods, the Goddess of Mercy, cast a spell that sealed away the spirits of the dragons for good. The war was finally at peace, and she and her brethren disappeared. This legend inspired many powerful mages in the centuries to come. They strive to create similar spells to get rid of unfavorable spirits, and these ancient spells relied on the crystals that occur naturally beneath the continent to fill their seal. My people hold records over many such spirit prisons spread out across the continent, one of them which resides in this valley. When we became aware that humans were now mining this resource, we suspected that might have unfavorable consequences. It weakened the seal. Exactly.
I came here to mend the damage that had been done. Though, looking back now, I probably should have gone about this differently. I had brought with me an artifact for the task, and was in the midst of performing the ritual to mend the rift, when one of the miners interrupted me. I'm actually not too sure what happened after. The ritual failed, and I woke up in that man, Goldner's, estate. I learned that he was the one in charge of the mining activity, and tried to explain the situation to him. However, he proved to be quite difficult.
That sounds about right.
Good old Goldner. Always being an ass, even when the safety of the world is at stake.
That blasted idiot refused to listen to reason.
Because reason won't make him rich.
Kept me locked up for days. And when I finally made a lucky escape, he and his goons chased me all across town, and I lost them. But then ran straight into those demon-possessed humans and, well, you know the rest.
Looks like you've had a real stellar introduction to the outside world.
How shocking.
This is all so much new information, my head's spinning. Dragon spirits? The mines? What are we going to do about all this?
We have to do something about this seal. Making sure no more demons escape should be our first priority.
Do you think we should ask Alethea for help? I mean, I know you're an awesome knight, Victoria, but would it make more sense to have, I don't know, more people here?
I am afraid it's not that simple. While I do think Caden's story is worth looking into, the people in charge of the Knights aren't easily going to dispatch people and possibly cause panic. Not when the only witness is a foreigner.
Well, what do you know, Victoria? I didn't think I'd see the day a knight would admit the system was corrupt. Honesty suits you.
Oh, get lost, Michael. I never said the Empire was perfect, but unlike you, I prefer to make positive changes while keeping order, instead of simply burning the whole thing down.
You say that as if the world weren't already on fire.
Is no one going to address the fact that all of this is based on, what? A legend? Dragons and spells of some forgotten goddess? None of this is based on factual information.
The records kept by my people are not lacking. If you want proof, then I am sure we can cross-reference it with any of this town's records.
It is, isn't it?
That's going to be difficult.
I don't follow.
Back before our dear Academy mage was born, the Empire decided keeping records was too troublesome. It's much easier to appear competent after all, when all proof of your past mistakes disappears. So all such documents were destroyed. Whatever records they might have had in this town, they are gone, together with the people who wrote them.
So the people would willingly destroy their own history? That's madness.
Yep.
Welcome to human society.
I trust Kate.
His story does seem to match up with what we've experienced, and I don't see any reason why he would lie. I trust him for now. His story at least warrants some investigation, don't you agree?
I still think this is a waste of time, but whatever. Do as you please.
Without a peace for the moment, Victoria turns to the Outlander, questions in her eyes.
You mentioned some kind of spell that could stop this?
I brought an artifact with me that has the power needed to mend tears in seals like these. If I'd succeeded in stabilizing it, then things could have gone back to the way they were. As long as no one went and broke it again.
Did you say powerful artifact?
Oh, Anne, get that gleam out your eye.
Anne, please calm yourself. You'll scare the man.
The artifact is one of my people's most valuable treasures. However...
Well, what are you waiting for? Hand it over so I can take a look.
Goldner took it, didn't he?
He did. I have no idea where he might have taken it.
Great. Now what?
You should get it back.
We have to get that artifact back and finish the ritual.
You know, we can't just waltz into the man's home and steal something.
It's in his deck.
As a noble, no doubt he has all sorts of security to protect himself.
You're right. We should just kill this Goldner guy and stop the mining. That would be the easy solution.
I don't think
How in the world is that a better solution?
No one will have to die if we work smart. And trust me, you wouldn't survive the aftermath of such a scandal.
Spoil sport.
We'll find a way to get the artifact back from Goldner, but we're going in with a proper plan. There's still much about this whole situation that's too unclear.
Well, if information is what we're after... Caden, you've got to go through as much of this ritual as you can with me. I also need some detailed descriptions of this artifact we're looking for.
Okay, I'll go. There's no need to pull on me like that.
Guess we're going back to the shop? I wonder what Elizabeth is going to say to all of this.
With the way things have been going lately, I'd say she's grown used to these sort of things happening.
Did someone ever really get used to this? Such a strange group and such a strange quest. I wonder what will become of us all.
You leave the mines and return to the shop for the night. That's what we were trying to do last time. Yay! Okay, right, we're definitely ending now. Chapter 2, A Broken Legacy. You dreamed that night. Can I have my bloop, please? There we go. Chapter 2, Dreamscape. 2:34. Okay, well, I've been doing it 3 hours in the stream, but... Okay, also we seem to... Oh, we have 10 stars. That's the alchemy thing, then. So... as we do more of the little thingies. I don't think we can do them all at once, but I think we can unlock them. And companions... Oh, we haven't gained Caden yet. Okay. Well, we're going to exit the title screen because we saved. I am definitely enjoying the story. Question is, do people want to see more streams of it? Or do I finish it off stream? Not a question to be answered now, but anyway, I enjoyed that. Thanks to Ideate Xbox for that one. Love the Ideate Xbox program. Right. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna do something about food. I think. And make the most of the last 6 hours of my weekend. Thanks for watching, everyone that did. And I will catch you Tuesday. I don't know what I'm streaming. This is a common refrain at this point. I'm just suffering from a surfeit of games, which is not a bad thing, except that it's just hard to choose. It's all good though. Anyway, I'll catch you later. I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. Have a great period of time insert here. Bye.